morning, everybody. Welcome to Middays with Marks on 97.5, thefanatic.com. If you're listening on the radio, on the worldwide Fanatic app, download it. If you don't have it, you can listen on demand. You can listen live. There's a video component to it. And, of course, good morning to everybody watching on YouTube, watching live on YouTube. You can always go back and watch on demand. Just make sure you subscribe to 97.5thefanatic.com on YouTube. Like, comment. We say good morning to Mr. Superstar Union play-by-play announcer Ray Dunn. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Johnny. Got a coach fired.
Ray.
Yeah, so the Union tied, and so after the Union tied, they fired the Columbus coach.
Correct. Columbus coach out. That's less than 24 hours after the game.
The Ray Dunn effect, ladies and gentlemen, as we say good morning to a man that had a long weekend, Sean Brace.
Oh, yeah, the back is definitely feeling it so far, but we're going to get through this. And, Ray Dunn, Saturday night, I had people at the establishment watching Apple TV with the great Ray Dunn on the call, and Sebastian, too. But everybody dialed in. They want a piece of Ray. That's what it's all about. Everybody wants to know what's going on with Ray Dunn and the Philadelphia Union. And
they scored a goal, so we had a goal call.
We got a goal call.
And it was extended, and then Sebastian looked too. Like you were saying, I had no idea what he was saying. It took me took me towards the end of the cut to be like, all right, now I think I understand him. And then it's very soothing, and it's good.
It's great. Once you got it down, it's a great-sounding voice.
It took me a good 30 seconds to be like, is he speaking in English? Like, okay, there's English.
The craziest thing is that Sebastian has been here forever and has not lost an ounce.
No.
Has not lost anything of that accent. Like, I don't know how it works. How do accents work? Like, you could put him in Delaware County for a decade, and he's not going to slip up once. He's just a Frenchman.
Yeah, I don't know if you get the Delco accent by just living in Delco if you're French. He's French-Canadian? Or he's from France?
No, he's
French.
He's from France?
Yeah, he's from over
I
there.
don't think
Fired up for the World Cup for that reason.
Delco doesn't take over your French accent, apparently.
Don't know how accents work.
All right, listen, we're back. We back? Ray, are we back? Are the Phillies back?
We've never been so back, Johnny.
Man, Phillies now with a sweep of the Pirates, dominating the last two games with their starting pitching, Zach Wheeler, Chris Sanchez. What else do you need to see? 15-4 since Don Mattingly's taken over. They're now over 500. They're at 24-23. And, I mean, let me just say this about Chris Sanchez and Don Mattingly, and we're going to talk a lot about the Don Mattingly effect. How much of an effect is he having on the team? I can give you one instance that, I mean, I wouldn't have done it, and Rob Thompson wouldn't have done it, but maybe it's what gives this team plays with a little bit of edge, and they play with some confidence. He let Chris Sanchez go out for the ninth inning with high 90s pitches, like 97, 98 into the ninth inning, going for a complete game shutout. And it took him a couple of batters, and he threw a lot of pitches. I think he was damn near 110 pitches when he finally got the final out. But I would have just said, like, no, you were up 6-0. You don't have to pitch the ninth inning. But you know what? He sent him out there because he wanted Sanchez to get the complete game shutout, which he did. He struck out Ozuna 4 times because Ozuna said that he was going to hit a home run off him before the game, and Sanchez was all fired up. But what you're looking at right now with Chris Sanchez is one of the best in the game and one of the best in the city. I've been saying this for a long time. I mean, the run that Kyle Schwarber and the run that Chris Sanchez is going on right now, who's a better athlete in Philadelphia right now? Who's a better performer in Philadelphia of all the 4 major sports right now? Right? Like, look at the Eagles and what they're doing on the Eagles, and that's a Super Bowl champion team. Look at the Flyers. Look at the 76ers. Not a lot, if anybody's doing what Chris Sanchez and what Kyle Schwarber are doing, not only right now, what they've done the last couple of years. It's unbelievable. Zach Wheeler comes back from the injury, right? Starts the season 32 in the third inning. His ERA's under 2. He's got 30 strikeouts and 7 walks. He doesn't have the same 98-mile-an-hour velocity. The dude knows how to pitch. So now when I say you have a 1-2 punch, you have a Chris Sanchez, Zach Wheeler punch as 1-2 in your rotation. And then the rest of the guys are the rest of their guys. But, man, are they dominating right now, Sean Brace.
Yeah, look, and I would say that was so deflating last year, just losing Zach Wheeler, because that's what we were supposed to have come September, October, right? Like, that's why I would put that up against anybody out there with you were to go Wheeler and then into Sanchez 1-2-1-2 in a 3 or best of 5 series. I don't care who the opponent is. I like our chances. Regardless, putting that to the side, yes, now we are here at this moment. And, oh, by the way, the Pittsburgh Pirates are a good baseball club. It's early in the season, but that's the most dominant division. It's the best division in baseball, top to bottom. So don't sleep on the fact that it's Pittsburgh Pirates. John, take it back to Friday. There was so much to like this weekend. Friday, the comeback from nowhere.
8-0 down, yeah.
Like, what? 2 bombs by Schwarber. Harper goes with 4 hits. Marsh comes through in the clutch in the extra inning, the 10th frame. Of course, Saturday and Sunday, 6-0, 6-0. Shut him out. And then yesterday, Skeens. Skeens is the hottest pitcher going. He had 20 straight innings of scoreless baseball, 39 and a third without a walk. And I know he was hot early, but the Phillies steady in the boat, figured him out, and made him work. And next thing you know, they punched up a nice number. Obviously, was the difference in the game, and they finished 6-0. There's so much to like about this team right now. Look, if you want me to go crazy and say, yeah, at May 16th, Ray did on Saturday. Ray said, he looked me in the eye. I was in that chair right there, and he said, I'm here to tell you that the Phillies are contenders in the East. Now,
How about that?
Is he off on that? Because the Braves have a pretty good lead.
Wow. Oh, yeah, you know what? Bill brings up a good point. When does Sanchez pitch? That Saturday?
Coming up, pitch. Yeah, it'll be Saturday.
It was Saturday. That was Waltham, not Don Mattingly. Bill Colarulo texted me. Waltham was managing on,
yes.
which is really interesting that he just left him out there. I don't know. They were
He was just asleep.
Yeah, I mean, he might not realize what was going on. But, like, they went with him, and it was unbelievable.
Isn't that? It's communicated, though. It's understood. It's early.
I don't
think
Don really does a whole lot of that. So, Ray, despite your boys' best efforts to totally screw the series from first game,
They won the game.
you know what would happen a month ago? And this is the question of,
Hey, Ray.
is Don Mattingly really doing something different? And is that why the Phillies are playing better? Was this just a wake-up call for the Phillies? And we'll talk about that for a second. I can tell you one thing. A month ago, Noah giving up early runs because he did it a bunch of times. The team didn't come back. The team more or less said, okay, who's pitching tomorrow? Who do we have tomorrow? It was over.
Yeah.
That didn't happen on Friday night. They battled.
I mean, that also helps the best efforts of the Pirates bullpen to let that happen for you. But, yeah, they battled. I don't know. Like, you think they
Pirates
just
bullpen was good the rest of the weekend.
What a crazy game that was. Crazy.
Well, I mean, hold on a second.
So you just crediting Don Mattingly with the fact that they kept battling?
See, forget about Don Mattingly. I'm saying that the players are playing with a confidence. Before
I
it
could go
was,
with that, sure.
we're losing this one. Who's pitching tomorrow? Now, and we can talk about it right now. Don Mattingly and Rob Thompson, has Don Mattingly really had this huge effect on the team? Do you know what's happened? They're playing lesser teams. Their starting pitching's been excellent. And their big guys are hitting. Schwarber's on a historic pace. Bryce Harper's looking like an MVP. Bryson Stott had a home run and a double yesterday. They could get Trey Turner going a little bit more. Boehm actually has been good recently. What is the difference between Rob Thompson and Don Mattingly? Well, like, they're hot right now. Would that have happened under Rob Thompson? I don't think so. I don't think they would have been losing at the rate they are. Are they a game over 500 if Rob Thompson's still the manager, Sean?
No, I don't think so. You just have to be fair about it. And I get it. We all want to say that, you know what, there's really not that much difference between Mattingly and Thompson, but we have no idea what's happening behind the scenes. All in all, I think it comes back to this. We always knew, and they knew as well, that they weren't playing at the level of expectations. This team was way better than what we were seeing earlier. Obviously, they were terrible, and that's why they fired Thompson. Rightfully so. You catch their attention. You obviously had a nice little spot in the schedule to do so against some lesser teams, but putting all that to the side, what's that, 6 straight series? Six straight series?
There's some number out there. It's the first time in a long time that a team has lose 6 and win 6.
Win 6. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's crazy what we're seeing right now, but again, a lot is going right for this Phillies team. And we know throughout the course of a summertime, there's going to be a lull where they're not able to hit anything and pitching's going to be bad and there's going to be all sorts of nonsense happening. But right now, this is awesome. Schwarber on Friday, this weekend, the pitching, it's just rewarding. It's fun to sit down and watch the Phillies game again. Compared to what it was 3 weeks
Home
ago.
runs,
3 weeks
great
ago.
pitching.
Ooh, it was ugly. It was ugly. It was lifeless against the Braves. It was lifeless against the Cubs.
I was teaching my daughter, Mylena, I was teaching her the changeup. I was teaching her about the changeup because I'm like explaining to her, I'm like, they don't just throw the same speed. There's the curveballs, which she knows. I'm like, but there's a changeup. So I'm like, watch, he's going to throw a changeup here. This is a count where he's going to get a strikeout on the changeup. He had 13 strikeouts and no walks. Watching the guy pitch is like watching Halladay pitch. I mean, really, like we're in that same kind of realm. Not as dominant as the Cy Young year, but not that far off. And so she's looking at it, and she's like, well, why do they miss it? It's not as hard. I'm like, because they don't know that it's coming, or even they know that it's coming. It's hard to time it. Man, he is cooking right now. He really, really is. Ray asked the question, and I think it's a good question. Do the Phillies have the best starting pitching 1-2 punch since? Is this better than Halladay and Lee? And I think it is, because Lee was good. Lee was better in a shorter term, and he was good. But Lee wasn't good for 3 straight years. He was hurt. Halladay was good, really good for 2 years. And that third year, he started to fall off. And then the fourth year, he was cooked. This 3-year stretch of Wheeler and Sanchez might be the best stretch of any starting pitching duo outside of Carlton and John Denny in 1983.
We're cooking. John Denny and Carlton.
Denny
Let's
won
go.
the Cy Young. 610-632-0975. Bryce Harper talked after the game about not losing faith in who they are, but the expectations. How do we reset the expectations for the Phillies? And do we actually think that there's much of a difference from what we saw earlier and what we saw last year? That's all coming up. Get in with your Phillies phone calls, text messages, voice memos. 610-632-0975, Middays with Marks.
John, what?
We're a really good baseball team, and just got to keep rolling.
It's Bryce Harper after the game. Do we hate Bryce now? Is Bryce the backstabbing, or he's not anymore? Because that's what I heard a lot of.
We only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
Every time he hits a home run, Sean texts elite.
Elite. Oh, baby.
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he
he is
continues
so
to be good.
dialed in. John, to your point, you said this earlier. We have 2 legit MVP candidates right now.
Yep.
Think about that. I get it. It's Shohei Ohtani's award to lose. However,
He's not hitting this year.
He's not hitting. Correct. So maybe this is the case. He's still a monster favorite. It's May the 18th. Who cares? But right here, right now, Kyle Schwarber, 11-1. I think that's good for third. And then Bryce Harper is tied at 22-1. That was on Saturday. That was a little early Sunday morning before the game. So those numbers probably even shifted now. But we have two legit MVP candidates. You have, of course, what we're talking about with Marsh and what he's still doing at a 330-plus batting average. The pitching is incredible right now. Like, things are just rolling.
Duran's back.
Yeah, just rolling. Like, if you're going to power rank the league, Philly's got to be up there with what you've seen as far as trends are concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, no, when Bryce is hitting it, the home run he hit off the bat 2/3 of the way up off the batter's eye was a monster.
Just mashed.
When he's going left center and center field, and that's where his home runs have been. Same with Schwarber. Didn't Schwarber have a left center field home run, or was that a right center? Anyway, he's not just relying on the pole. Because you know when Schwarber hits the pole home run, he's sitting on a hanger, and boom, he launches it. But when he's locked in, he'll hit center field home runs. Bryce Harper, anytime he's hitting the ball to all fields, center field, left center, he's at his best. Man, is he locked in right now. And he is not missing. And you know what? It's on the head because he's waiting for the pitch, and he knows it's coming, and he's also getting the pitch that's in the middle of the plate. But still, he wasn't taking advantage of that all the time.
It's got to be a fun time to be in that clubhouse on the plane, flying into – did they fly into Cincinnati from Pittsburgh? I don't know how that works. My geography is –
I don't think
They're
they're
here
taking it.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's home.
Whoops.
Yeah.
All right, so they're playing.
I was going to say, if I have tickets for a game in Cincinnati, I should probably get moving right now.
Yep. I would say this, though. The thing about Schwarber and what we're seeing with him, it's just like I don't know where it stops. And Ray, again, John, we had another one over the weekend. Ray holds out on us. It's more apparent these days than ever. All right. Did you see his tweet? His tweet went viral.
He's been on a heater with some tweets recently. I saw.
The Ring It.
What was the
picked
tweet?
up.
It was some stat you put out.
Yeah, it was some ridiculous comparison of when they hit the 20th home run by day. It was comparing Howard's 58 home run. Here it is. In Ryan Howard's 58 home run season, he is 20th home run on June 5th. In Aaron Judge's 62 home run season, he is 20th home run on June 3rd. Barry Bonds' 73 home run season, his 20th home run on May 19th. And tonight on May 15th, Kyle Schwarber hit his 20th home run. So I was comparing them. Doug Glanville quote tweeted it with like,
Ooh,
in
Dougie
my
G.
8 home run season, I never hit my 20th home run. I was like, that's a pretty good one.
You and Doug.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, right now, Bryce Harper plus 2,000, Kyle Schwarber plus 1,100 on the BetParks app. How about that?
Ray going viral.
Bay Area people not happy with me.
I'm just happy that
Is that right?
Yeah.
Just happy he's got 97.5 middays in his bio. That's all. Just happy.
That's good.
Yeah. He was,
But again, what do you expect? I tweeted that in the moment Friday night. We're not back on the air till 10 in the morning.
He's the one that has. I don't care. You do whatever you want on
Holding
on
out
your own
on
time
us.
with Twitter. Well, I mean,
Holding out on what?
put that tweet out at 10 a.m. No, I kid. I don't know. I'm joking. But good work on that because obviously that was a big time tweet and I saw it everywhere. It opens your eyes to honestly to getting back to the funny part of the conversation. It's like, where does this stop with Schwarber? Like,
I mean, it's got to cool down a little bit. No,
it's not even hitting season, John.
I'm telling you, it's not even Schwarber, June Schwarber. But when I always do this because I'm on the BetParks app all the time, so I'm trying to find value in bets. And what I've learned with Kyle Schwarber is, he hasn't hit a home run in 4 games. I'm putting $50 on him. I'm putting $10 on him hitting 2. Because he doesn't go more than a week. This year, I think he went 8 days. Last year, he went only 5 games, I think, before he hit another home run. So, like, when you ride him when he's hot, because typically when he's hot, he's going to hit home runs on multiple nights.
Oh, yeah. And it's not even Hoagie month, right? Hoagie Fest?
It's not Hoagie Fest.
That's June 23rd through July something. All right? So we know he's going to fire it up then. It's not even hitting season, as I said. Really? And this guy's got 20 bombs in 45, 46 games? It's crazy.
Well, now he did look, he's not the best base runner. He got thrown out of third was that in extra innings? Or when they tied it? It's when they tied it in the ninth. Yeah, I thought he hurt himself.
I was fearful of that. I was like, all the good
Flopping
vibes
around
are
out there.
gone.
Yeah, he's out there flopping around.
Like, there goes his ankle.
Should he get a designated runner? He just needs to be a softball player that hits it.
Well, and a lot of people upset. Speaking of the Bay Area, a lot of people generally, baseball-wise, responded to that tweet with, he doesn't even play the field.
Yeah.
He's not as accomplished as those other guys in the tweet. Because I remember just how awesome it was to watch Ryan Howard at first base, and everyone talks about Barry Bonds fielding as what set him apart.
Listen,
in that 73 home run season.
that's what people talk about first is their defense. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, no. By the way, all you were doing is putting a number out there. You weren't doing an editorial on it.
You would have thought I said that Barry Bonds didn't know how to hit the baseball the way the Bay Area responded to that tweet.
But that's what you were looking for, and you got it.
That's not what I was looking for. I just want to say Kyle Schwarber's hitting the baseball well.
Well, so you were looking to get Phillies fans being like, "Oh,
yep,
Schwarber," but
then it hit the mainstream.
Good.
And I tried to swim out of the mainstream as fast as I could.
You're good. You're good. All right. So this is. I saw Todd Zlecki tweet this out earlier. On April 26th, the Phillies had a 33% chance of making the playoffs. Today, and this is according to the Fangraphs, so whatever that's good for, it's 65.5% to make the playoffs. Now, they still have a low percentage to win the NL East. And I'll say this right now. Who was it that brought up the NL East earlier before we went on the air? Was it Dylan or Vito? Honestly, I don't care if they win the NL East this year. I don't care. The Braves are off to a really hot start. You probably aren't going to catch them. I don't care. What has that done for the Phillies? The closest they came was being a wild card and being hot.
So, it's not over. I know you're not saying that. I don't care either, right? As long as if the Braves win 100+ games, so what? It'll be interesting when they go head to head. That's a different story. But at this point in time, it's an 8-game difference. They're 32-15. Phillies are 24-23. I think this is going to come right down to the end. Why not?
Maybe. All right. So here's we asked earlier, what's the expectations? And I guess I just talked about mine, which is, are they going to win the NL East? No, I certainly wouldn't bet that. Could they? Yeah, of course they could. Who knows? But the Braves seem like that, even despite the injuries, they're really rolling right now.
You can get the Phillies at plus 500. That's a good fun bet.
It's worth $10.
Yeah, that's a fun bet.
Believe me, I'm going to do some sprinkling right now. When you should have sprinkled was in the end of April.
Oh, absolutely. Wow. Easier said than done on that one.
Yeah, but didn't we all say that we thought that they were going to turn it around? And I believe that.
Yes, because we looked at the schedule, and you said that this team is better than what they've shown. It starts with the pitching. Of course, we knew that. We knew the bats would come back around to a point. I didn't think we'd see this performance from Schwarber, to be honest with you. His number was 39.5.
Yeah, Uncle Jamie's been very silent on the Kyle Schwarber text recently. He was calling the contract is going to be a disaster.
Whoa.
He did not know. He was... You're never going to get better Schwarber than you got last year. So you're paying a free agent. You're paying a free agent price based on what he did last year, and you're not paying a free agent price based on what he did last year. It's still a good contract.
Yeah,
as long as he can hit. His skill set isn't one that's not going to continue to hit for power. He's got a short left-handed stroke. He can hit it to all fields. He doesn't have to play the field. You know what you're getting with him coming up there. Now, will he lose some bat speed as he gets a little bit older?
Yeah,
but he hasn't lost any bat speed yet. He ain't 35, dude. He ain't 36.
You're right about that.
So anyway, he's killing it. So here's my question.
DJ Schwarb's coming through.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, and I like the DJ Schwarb's thing. What's he playing on the DJ?
He's probably mixing in some of that new country
rap.
The Morgan Wallen type style, the Post Malone. I had some help. That sort of deal.
They get the rappers that go in the country.
Yeah,
it's easier to be.
I could see that. Maybe Shabuzi.
I could definitely see him doing that. All right, so here's my question, and I want your honest response, and I would love to get some Phillies fans that want to talk about this. 610-632-0975 phone line, Davis Honda text line. That's also how you can send the voice memos on the Davis Honda text line. 610-632-0975. I'm very happy with the Phillies. I love baseball. I love the Phillies, and I love the long baseball season, and I love talking about it. If you put me on a lie detector test right now and asked me if I thought this was going to be something different when it comes to the playoffs, nothing has changed my mind on me needing to see it and me being very skeptical that this offense is going to turn things around in the playoffs. They're beating up on bad teams. Not every game's a bad pitcher, but the thing that we've seen over and over with this team we're going back 3 seasons. Because it started in the NLCS against the Diamondbacks, and then it was the year before and then last year where the offense disappeared. What's changed? Crawford's good. Marsh is obviously having a really good year. Harper and Schwarber are dialed in right now. Rob Thompson lost his job because they had bad starting pitching, they had injuries, and the bats weren't hitting. The starting pitching has carried them at times, not because of their offense. Their offense has been inconsistent and has been carried by their big boppers when they get hot. Otherwise, their bullpen and their starting pitching is what's winning them games in the regular season. That doesn't work in the playoffs. So that's all I'm saying is, like, when we talk about the expectation, I'm still skeptical that this team is a team that's going to go to the World Series this year. Agree or disagree, Sean?
At this point in time, I always, I'm like the fish in the water. You threw the bait in there and you got me. I'm hooked. Yeah, I'm hooked. Like, I still see the potential, and you just don't know because you don't know what the matchups are, what we're talking about health. But right here, right now, I'm still going to say the same thing I was saying last year, that I think this team can compete with anybody as long as they're hitting the bombs, as long as the home runs are coming, and, oh, by the way, the starting pitching is as good as advertised, right? Like, can you count on the bombs? No, they haven't been there these past few playoff runs. Starting pitching, a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I really do believe that if they're going up against anybody other than the Dodgers, they can beat them. I really do believe that. Now, we got a good series with the Dodgers. Dodgers aren't as good as advertised last year. Now, I don't think that they've hit their stride. They've dealt with some nagging injuries, some dumb stuff. They got a good series coming up against the Padres. I think a half a game.
Padres, Dodgers, Padres. Ray's going to be out there in San Diego 1 week from today.
How about
1 week from today.
Oh, dude, I wish I was going on that trip.
I'm all off because I can't believe this weekend is Memorial Day.
And it's supposed to rain pretty much all week after tomorrow into the weekend. Because I have 25 Phillies tickets to the game on Saturday.
Jeez.
Because we had two families, my family and our friends, and then it's like, oh, well, we have another family that wants to go. And I'm like, well, at this point, I'm just going to buy 25 because I get a better rate. Like, I know people want to go, and like that, I didn't even sell them. It's like, no, we have everything, all the tickets spoken for. I should have bought 50.
Do you get a free blanket or something out of that?
They put your name up on the...
Oh, get out.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
All right.
You get a little discount, too.
Oh, good.
On
I
the
would
tickets.
hope. You buy 25 tickets?
Well, but Ray, I was going to buy 50, but then I was like, you know what? Then I'm fronting 50 on my credit card, which I don't want to do. Well, because I wanted to start like this, almost like spring for UPE. Like, it's all parents and kids and things like that we go to school with.
That's cool.
And you just go down and, you tailgate with the parents, and the kids all have fun, and we do it every year. Maybe next year's the 50. But, yeah, like it's supposed to be 51 and raining on Saturday right now.
Similar to you, I fronted the tickets in San Diego, and I think the damage that 50 tickets would do to your credit card did to my credit card for the 10 that we have out there.
That's only because I have a higher...
Not exactly a cheap trip that you're looking for, right? Huh?
No. Luckily, I've got Jamaica in June that'll really help the credit card out.
Anyway... You're going to Jamaica in June?
Yes.
San Diego and
That's a bachelor.
May.
Is that a bachelor
That's
party?
a bachelor party, yeah.
Okay.
Jamaica in June. Where are we going in July, right?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
As much as possible to make all that money back.
Because I told Ray, trust me, dude, you only live once. Go to San Diego. Because Ray was like, but I'm going to Jamaica in June. I'm like, no. I'm like, go to San Diego, dude.
In a matter of 3 hours, both John and my parents called me a moron for not signing up for the San Diego trip.
Crazy?
Yes.
Dude, that is going to be, where are you staying?
In the Gaslamp District.
Oh my God! Yeah, like my buddy lived in the.
Wait.
My buddy lived there. You could see Petco Park from his balcony. You could see in the field.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I used to.
So my friends
go
stayed
out
at the
there.
hotel where you could see it from the rooftop there. I'm dying.
Those places don't have roofs out there. They don't, like, the bars don't have, like, literally they're just open air because it doesn't rain.
No, very rarely.
Like, it's just
Now, I'm
incredible.
looking
It's
at
an
the weather
incredible
for
place
next week.
to be.
Yeah,
It's really
It's the best. But I mean, not to steal anybody else's vibes, but I do, with like my long view of the Phillies is, has anything really changed, or are they just hitting a really good groove right now?
It's a fair question.
I mean, Jesus, if Bryce Harper's hitting like this in October, they probably are going to win a World Series. If Kyle Schwarber's hitting like this in October, it's not easy to do against better starting pitching. Now, yesterday with Skeens, they kind of chipped away a little bit each inning. And then he left with some runners on base, and their bullpen didn't do their job, and he gave some runs that he left on base. But still, man, that's Paul Skeens. That's the best starting pitcher in baseball.
Yep, exactly that. And again, this was
one of
pointed out by Bradley Ryder on socials, checking in. He's like, updated National Cy Young odds. We talked about the MVP, Sanchez, number 2, only slightly behind Skeens. So it's like you're getting great production from your superstars and what we expect. So if this is, again, we're going to talk about Morey. We're going to talk about the Sixers coming up a little bit later. But, like, that was Morey's vision, right? We saw it and wasn't good enough. This, obviously, is Dave Dombrowski's vision. And when it hits, man, it's a thing of beauty. All these guys, the back of their baseball cards, if it's there, you could see how this team could be potentially a championship contender. We got to get there. I understand it.
I don't even have to squint to see what it is.
No, you don't
can
have to
see
squint.
it.
Oh, no, there's no squinting here.
Ray, I can see it. And it's pretty close. And I don't have great eyesight. Anybody that watches it on YouTube I get messages being like, dude, like you get glasses. When I try to look at something, I'm like, my depth's all off. But anyway, no, you can see it. It's a matter of them doing it. I mean, we do sports radio. It's people always say to me, they're like, why can't you just wait until like give the Eagles 5 games before you start going crazy after losses? It's like, oh, so you don't want me to do a show for 5 weeks? Like, what are you talking about? We have to react after games, right? And you don't have to go overboard.
No.
We're not firing Nick Sirianni. Well, we're not firing Nick Sirianni.
Hell yeah.
Not yet. Not
I'm
yet.
the dumbest coach in the world.
Well, you get my point. Is that like the reality is we don't know how this team's going to be playing in September and October because we've seen different. In 2022 they were hot. 2024 they were not. Last year they lost to a really good Dodgers team. The offense wasn't good, but that was the Phillies last year were playing well. They just ran up against a good Dodgers team. It wasn't the year before against the Mets where you knew they were going to get smoked. That didn't feel good. The Phillies, they didn't beat the Dodgers. Just ask Dave Dombrowski, but still, that was a competitive series.
Fine line.
But I don't know how they're going to be playing in September.
Unbelievable. Man, you look around the league real quick. Tampa Bay Rays, 30-15. What? I would honestly bet America, if you polled 1,000 people in this country, they would not be able to name one.
I think if we polled our show, we may not be able to name one.
Cedric Mullins. There you go. I got one.
All right.
There you go. I'm going to show off.
Yeah, don't put me on the spot. But no, to your point.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
30-15. They're above the Yankees in that division. That's just insane that they're able to do that. This is a team that didn't even have a stadium last year, right? They were playing at
home sweet home, man.
A minor league stadium. They're playing in the Tampa Yankee Stadium.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I don't know how they do
Steinbrenner
it.
Field, right?
Steinbrenner Field.
Tampa Bay Rays called Steinbrenner Field home.
They're playing in a single A ballpark. Not even one that has like 15,000 capacity.
And it gave them ideas. If we're not going to have anyone show up anyways, we might as well play here.
Dude, seriously. Because you go into that toilet that they play in Tropicana, and God, it's worse than you even think.
It's given a bad name to that orange juice.
Bro, it has.
I'm a big fan of that orange.
2008 World Series, it was a toilet. You think that it's going to be any better now? Oh, my God, man. It's almost 20 years.
Doesn't it make you almost want to, like, hang on to places like that? Because those type of places are never going to exist. And I know this is, it's such a toilet bowl. But, like,
if I could go back I would love to take Ray to an Eagles game at the Vet. Or even Phillies games at the Vet were fun. They weren't like Eagles games.
I would love to be at one of those empty Phillies games at the Vet.
They were all empty. Except in 1993 when they were really good.
So
then they started selling it. No, Ray, they were all empty. No one went to the games.
That would be great.
It was awesome.
The fun I would have at that.
That was great.
Just
now,
be at the ballpark.
Yeah, the smell of stale peanuts and stale beer and walking up the ramps to get into the level. Oh, my God.
Were people doing Eagles chants in those
They were
days?
not.
Oh.
But coming up, we're going to talk about Eagles chants. Let's go to Lenny in South Jersey. No, like, the Eagles chants didn't become a thing until Jeffrey Lurie. I'm just telling you.
Huh.
Let's go to Lenny. Lenny in South Jersey. Lenny.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Lenny, what's up, buddy?
Do you remember at the Vet, it was one of my favorite things. Me and my dad would hop on the sub around like the 5th inning or 4th inning. They would open the gates in the 7th inning, and if you didn't have a ticket, they'd let you just walk right in.
The Padres 1 o'clock game, whenever that ended, a lot of people were like out at the bar, and they're like, hang on a second. And they went to the ballpark, and they all went in. Yeah, because if you, like, once the initial game started, they all went home. They don't care if you walked in or not. Yeah. I never did that, but that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. But what I want to talk about with the Phils, and John, I want to tell you, like, what has changed a little bit, and it's more like 2022. Well, one is you don't have 2 guaranteed losses in the lineup now. I mean, in the rotation with Nola and Walker pitching. That has changed. So that gives you at least maybe like 15 more wins on the season. But the length of the lineup is starting to look like it's back again. Stott hitting the ball and getting production from Marsh just makes this lineup exponentially better. Over the last 2 years, there was almost virtually no length. So it kind of put all the pressure on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. If Stott's hitting the ball well, it totally changes the lineup. It really does. Because Marsh has cooled off a little bit here, but Stott's kind of picked some of that up. And even though Crawford his averages went down, somewhat significantly, he's not Rojas at the bottom of that lineup. He's working, he's seeing pitches, he's working at bats, he's drawing walks, he's hit a home run in the Boston series. So yeah, and it's a low pressure spot for him. JT looks okay, he's probably gonna get hot before the All-Star break. So yeah, you're right. Suddenly this lineup doesn't look as bad. But again, this is against inferior competition. And let's see what happens when they face the Padres for 6 and the Dodgers. And, you go 500 or 5-4 or whatever, that's good. So I'll be curious to see how they play against the good teams coming up. Really.
Yeah, so, that too, and also too, I don't want to overblow, and I don't think Crawford's like this an elite player, but just having somebody who has bat-to-ball skills and having someone that can get on base when Turner and Schwarber are in back of him, it makes the world of a difference. I agree with you. Like, nobody's the Dodgers, and I'm not, like, here, World Series like everybody, but I kind of want to implore you to, like, not have that attitude right now because how the Flyers and the Sixers just left that sour taste in their mouth. So maybe get, like, a good month or two and enjoy that because of how it ended. You really don't want to go into the holiday weekend like that. My brother.
Good job. I like that, Lenny. I like that.
Thanks,
approach.
Lenny.
Yeah, put a smile on that face,
Appreciate
John.
it.
Enjoy the ride.
No, the smile's on the on the face, but I just want to remind Phillies fans before you get too high because then everybody's going to be fired again if they lose a couple games. So just remember.
Hey, well, dude, they fire people and all of a sudden they react. So
the wins come and they go. So if they have a stretch, the Pirates came in the series against the Phillies. They were feeling really good about themselves. They were playing well. They were hot. And then you see what happens. They got the Phillies at the wrong time.
Yeah, little brother out west needs to calm down a little bit.
I saw the one host out there in Pittsburgh. It's like, I've had enough of Philadelphia.
He's leaning into the Philly thing.
Oh, I like it.
Pony.
Good.
Well, his mentions are filled.
I know.
He's getting what he wants.
He's getting exactly what he wants.
Tell you what, I did just stumble into this quote by Skeens. He said, quote, other than one pitch, I thought I was really good against them. Sometimes you throw a pitch and they take a yard. You can't get too hung up on that. I just didn't execute a few pitches and they got to them. It's challenging. It's the big leagues. That's interesting. Skeens was good. It's just the Phillies were dialed in, barreling up the ball. It's Paul Skeens.
Yeah, they're back. Yeah. Wheeler was excellent again. He's getting lots of swings and misses now.
The velocity.
Yeah, he's
on fire. Oh, he's definitely back.
He's got a sub-2 ERA through 5 starts. The guy had a rib removed,
and he kept it.
Well, think about what the story was last fall, right? That was a scary deal. There were some people saying, we all said the same thing. I don't care about the game. We care about his health. He's a family man. And so to battle back from that mentally, lose the rib, as you said, come out, man, he's found it and then some.
Think about this, all right? Right now, the Kyle Schwarber signing and the Zach Wheeler signing in free agency might be the 2 best signings in the history of the city. Huh? There might be an obvious one out there that I'm missing. Moses Malone was a trade, so you can't do a trade. Actual free agent signing. Geez. You're talking about Zach Wheeler, who's been a Cy Young 2 or 3 every year that he's been here. And Kyle Schwarber's going to, he's going to go down. He's making his number retired.
Oh,
he's going to have the Phillies cap in Cooperstown.
He's going to hit 500 home runs as a Philly, and he's going to go down. And there were a number of teams that could have re-signed him, and they let him leave. And he's turned himself into one of the better players in the game. It really is unbelievable.
If you're going to go ahead and rank free agents, I got to put Quentin Grimes up there.
Well, if you re-sign him, though, is what I was saying.
Gotcha.
Because you traded, you have to do the trade to re-sign him. That's something good for the text line. David's on a text line at 610-632-0975. Rank the free agent signings. Coming up next, let's do some Eagle chants. Let's go to the PGA Championship and do some Eagle chants, which made one reporter in Philadelphia very upset. And it made me think, is the Eagles chant really our primary sports identity? Yes. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hall of Fame.
So what was that? I know that was at the PGA Championship, but you know what hole or anything like that?
hole.
Okay.
Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler, who was a Cowboy fan.
That is correct.
And they were chanting Dallas sucks at him on day one.
That is correct.
Okay.
Having some fun.
All right. Well, an Eagle chant has become something that happens all over the place. This isn't new. Are we surprised they did? People are really surprised they were doing it at the golf tournament? Unless you were getting non-Eagles fans that were coming out. I don't know. I mean, I didn't go into the weekend being like, oh my God, I hope they don't do Eagle chants. I didn't think much about it, but now the Eagle chant. So Jason Dumis, who is is a sports reporter and anchor for Action News, Channel 6 Action News. He's still there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the one that introed he's the girl.
And he's a local dude, too.
I believe so.
No, he's a local dude.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that I do say he's a local dude. So here's his tweet. The Eagles chants are tiresome. These golfers don't care, Philadelphians. I fear y'all letting that chant become your entire personality.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Jason,
Ooh.
I know you were gone for at least a little bit or a long time. It is the entire personality of a lot of the city. The Eagles run the city. They rule this city. The Sixers and the Knicks fans coming down, of course, if that was the Eagles, that wouldn't have happened, but there would still be a lot of Giants fans. If the Giants were really good, you would still see, just like you'd see a lot of us up there. But it is, I mean, isn't that the biggest thing in our personality is the Eagles chant and the Eagles? Right? Like, is it our entire personality? I mean, kind of. Yeah. Like, do I like them doing Eagles chants at golf tournaments? I don't care.
Yeah.
But they're yelling mashed potatoes and Baba Booey instead of Eagles chants. I don't. You guys can have the golf tournament. I'll stay out of it.
I would rather Eagles chants over Baba Booey and mashed potatoes.
Right. But if Phillies games, like Ray's probably the guy that's like, oh, I don't need to hear Eagles chants at Phillies games. Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some Eagles chants at opening day. It's not to say that Jason is wrong. I mean, I definitely don't like his tweet. I think his tweet is a little strong and know where your bread's buttered, I would say. But other than that, putting that to the side, like, yeah, there are times that you hear an Eagles chant and you kind of, all right, like opening day at the Phillies. I was down there. They gave an Eagles chant.
Damn right they should.
But it's opening day for the Phillies.
So what?
I don't care.
You're at the game. Well, it sounds like you do.
Well, again,
Ray does.
You're at a Phillies game.
So that's all you're allowed to do? Are you allowed to do anything other than look forward at the home plate?
No.
Are you allowed to go to your phone? You're allowed to talk to the person next to you?
I will say, the power rankings here, give me an Eagles chant over the wave any day of the week.
Okay.
No, but you're still against the Eagles chants at Phillies games.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
I'm not.
pretending.
Why?
I
What's
don't-
the big deal?
It's just opening day. I swear that's it. It's opening day. That was it. Now, if you give me on a Tuesday, you want to do an Eagles
No,
chant, that's
I want
fine.
somebody to fight with me about this. What's the big deal? You're doing the Eagles chant at the Phillies game. So what?
Hey, look.
I'm not fighting anyone over it. You think I'm turning around? Hey, I can't believe you said E.
But why does it bother you? Okay, if you don't want to fight me over it, I want somebody out there to fight me over it. 610-632-0975. Because I hear it a lot.
We'll get Jason on the
I
horn.
hear a lot of people, that say it's ridiculous, it's unfair to the Phillies.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
not
It's
crying tears
disrespectful
for
to the
the
Phillies. All right, well, but so what? It's what, and to Jason Dumis, who, by the way, Jason, I just want to say this, because you come off as being, I'm better than you to the average fan, or to an Eagle fan that likes hearing the Eagle chant wherever they go. That's not the Channel 6 Action News brand. So I would maybe withhold some of the tweets where you're ripping your viewers, because,
it could be viewed as such. Yeah.
someone may say, oh, that's the guy that
Yeah.
basically called me a mouth breather because I like the Eagles chants at Phillies games or at the golf course. I'm not tired of the Eagles chants. You can keep doing the Eagles chants. What do I care? It makes me feel good. If the Eagles weren't a great team, we wouldn't be doing Eagles chants. How about this, everybody?
That's true.
The Eagles are an elite NFL franchise, and they could win another Super Bowl last year. We have 2 Super Bowl wins in less than 10 years and 3 Super Bowl appearances. So, yeah, we can do Eagles chants at Phillies games. And a Rodamink, all right, rather than Baba Booey.
Yeah, and I would, again, if we're talking about chants, I hate the fact that we talked about this the other day. The USA chants at non-USA players. I don't like that. I think that's a little strange, but regardless. And Rory got all fired up and told a dude to shut up after somebody did chant USA at him, which is funny. Still, though, Eagles chants, of course. John, there's this book, The Love Languages, right? They got the 5 love languages.
I know about that.
Oh, of course. Did you read it? Did it work? It didn't work for me. Anyways, at the end of the day, that's our Philly language. That's us. That's what we are. We are an Eagles chant society. And
I'm not going to apologize for it.
No, and they're having fun with Jordan Spieth and, of course, Scotty Scheffler, who are Dallas Cowboy fans. So, be quiet.
But here's what Dumis is really saying. He's saying, oh, my God, I'm a native Philadelphian. I'm a Philadelphia sports fan. I cover Philadelphia sports for Action News, Channel 6. Oh, my God, with these Eagle chants. Oh, my God. Like, really? We're still doing the Eagle chants? That's how it comes off as being like, oh, my God, like, I'm better than that and I'm better than you. And, like, do we need to be better than an Eagle chant? I don't know. I mean, maybe there's people listening out there that are rolling their eyes being like, no, Marks, the Eagles chants have become too much. I don't know. I love it. Well, I get a kick out of it.
He is talking specific to this tournament, which it could be a little frowned upon from the golf society, the golf world. But putting that to the side, I would be curious, because he kind of does take it as it's being our identity. So that does carry over from just the golf. Yeah, it's definitely not a good tweet from him. If I was running 6ABC, I'd be like, hey, Jay.
I don't know. Do they like the interaction? He'd probably get like 100,000 views of it.
Kincade was going at him. Now, John likes to.
He likes to mix it up on Twitter.
John sprays on social media. John don't care. I love it.
I just like to rip people and
Kincade. I
person.
mean, Kincade. Yeah. Kincade.
I don't know if John talked about it this morning. What do we have on the text line about? So like, not less about Dumas, more about actually what he's saying, which is this is our sports identity, and we've taken it too far. Because it's obvious that he hates.
Yeah, he doesn't like. Yeah,
he doesn't like. What do we got on the text board, man?
First texter here: Eagles chants at Phillies games are moronic, and people who do that are morons.
Right. There's a lot of people that feel like that.
Don't tell me how to have fun. If I'm having a couple with my buddies and we get into like some funny stuff where we're in between innings talking about of Eagles move or something, and it's funny. I
don't need bottom of the 8th inning 3-2 game in Eagles.
Correct.
Right. That's not where it's done. It's done in the middle innings. Oftentimes when they're losing in games, when it's placed. It's not all right. 3-2, another foul off. E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles. Like people are so serious about this stuff. They're so annoyed with the Eagles fans.
It's 9-2. Nola's given up 6 runs.
Yeah, give me an Eagle chant.
There's about 10,000 people left.
Ray.
It's like, wow, tonight sucks so bad. We're talking about Eagle season again.
It's fun.
Yeah, that might honestly be why I associate it with that. I more associate with the annoyance of, wow, this team's about to lose, and I'm still sitting here in the 7th inning, and I've spent $25 for a beer.
Give me 20 seconds on the golf course. I was so proud of what I was able to watch on television. Unbelievable job by everybody involved up there representing Aronimick. I mean, just what a golf tournament. Magnificent work across the board. And, John, they started working on the dang golf course back in 2016 to get it ready. Like, that's when the thought process of putting it all together for 2026. A lot of work, over 3,000 volunteers. Just what a weekend, what a tournament, and hats off. The course was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a big win. Definitely.
Monster win for
big
Philly.
Win. All right, coming up.
Hey! No, sorry.
No, believe me, it makes us look like knuckle draggers, but we are. Don't like Jason Dumas. Here's what you need to understand: we are knuckle draggers. This is what we do. You think you're better than that? We're not. I'm not going to pretend I am.
I have a rat tail, and I was painted blue 2 weeks ago. Jason, come on.
I mean, geez. I know he thinks he's a respected journalist, being a sports reporter for Action News.
Bum, 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 bum.
Just telling you, man, that's not the Action News brand to be fighting with people. And getting in people's GMs, he's got very, very thin skin. Everything I'm hearing about this Dumas character.
Uh-oh.
Very, very thin skin.
Got to stay out of the DMs.
All right. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. That's the text line. That's the phone line. And that is the voice memos. And we have some voice memos that we'll play on the Phillies coming up as well. Coming up next up, some leftovers from the Sixers, Daryl Morey. And a lot of national people weighing in on the transformation of the team. And what's the biggest difference between Bob Myers and Daryl Morey? We'll talk about that coming up next. Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Finally over 500. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. Losing your hair and wish you could do something about it? Call the trusted team Morgenstern Medical, because where you go matters. Call 610-830-HAIR for Morgenstern Medical. The Phillies swept the Pirates, won 6-0 yesterday. Zach Wheeler went 7 innings, didn't allow a run. The Phillies roughed up Skeens for 5 earned runs in 5 innings. Phillies now 24-23 following the sweep of the Pirates, coming home tonight for a matchup with the Reds. They are 15-4 in their last 19 games. Bryce Harper, after the game, talked about this team's belief in itself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that thought ever crossed our mind that we were the team. Just got to keep going, keep doing what we're doing. We're a really good baseball team, and just got to keep rolling.
In the Philadelphia area this weekend, Aaron Rye won his first major at the PGA Championship at Aronimink. We're 2 weeks away from that June 1st date, which means we will finally get the end of the A.J. Brown saga, we think. Last week, Jeremy Fowler from ESPN joined us and said that he expected to be a 1 in return from the Patriots for A.J. Brown. And the Sixers continue the president of basketball operations search. We'll keep you updated with anything we hear about that. This update is brought to you by Cirque du Soleil Lucia. Discover Lucia by Cirque du Soleil, a visually stunning world of light, rain, and imagination. Get your Cirque du Soleil Lucia tickets on the Fever app or at cirquedusoleil.com. I'm Ray Donner, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5, The Fanatic.
back. Middays with Marks, John Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. When are we going to do the Ray Dunn recap?
Can't wait.
Ray?
All right, later on in the program.
Well, it's Modest Ray.
Modest Ray.
Doesn't want to play his highlights. He had a great goal call. He had an Andy Reid play chart that would make
Unbelievable.
Andy Reid envious. We'll talk. So, what time, Sean? You tell me.
You know
like
me.
11:45
Yeah. Well, you know,
time.
we
No,
have a new
11:30.
we have a new News at Noon open too.
Produced by Sean.
So we got a lot coming our way here. This is going to be a fun couple hours.
And that was dropped into the system?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We got final production happening.
Yeah. How about looking at the clock?
Ray, can you put Hey Ray on my board next to How About That? Because I love the Hey Ray. That's what I was doing all weekend when I was walking around doing Hey Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Which, by the way, is Mike Schmidt, Michael Jack Schmidt, if you don't know. You missed the interview.
It's the best. It makes it even better. Hey, Ray.
Real fast, I had to go to the bathroom, take a leak during the break, and it was Grand Central Station in there. There's the express train.
There's nobody in this building either. Like, the parking lot is empty right now.
But this is a high traffic time. For whatever reason, before that 11 o'clock top of the hour, people are in there.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I went to the grocery store yesterday at 10:30 in the morning. I was like, man, this is a high traffic time to go to the grocery store on a Sunday.
And I got there at 8:30, and I was yelling at my kids. I was like, listen, we got to get there early. Because what happens is we start at 8:30. It's like, let's go. And then it takes them so long to get ready, and then they want to snack and all this other stuff. Then you get there at 10 o'clock, and you're parking.
How many times do you go to Wegmans in a week? I feel like you live
3.
there.
3.
You do dishes every night. You go to Wegmans 3 times a week.
So last night, because the cleaners were coming today, I spent easily yesterday 4 hours cleaning.
It's the worst.
For the cleaners.
Yep. Clean before the cleaners.
You have to, because Ray kind of understands now.
Yeah, I mean, you could keep telling me why. It's never going to really
Ray,
check out.
My
to me.
basement, which honestly, like the kids went down to clean up the basement, there was more of a mess when they left. Like, did you clean up? They're like, well, you said it's dinner. And I'm like, right, but did you clean up in the 15 minutes you're down there? And I go down and it was worse. Because we have a kitchen and we have doll houses and the food's all over the place. And we have the tents and everything's just dumped everywhere. It took me a good 2 hours to clean up the basement because they can't vacuum over that. They're not putting that away.
No.
That's not what they're there for.
Yep.
So you're cleaning up after yourself and your kids. There's clutter all over my house. It's everywhere.
I understand that.
All right. Well, that's what I was doing last night.
Clean before the cleaners.
Right. Anyway. All right. I mean, how did I even start to? Oh, you were asking about the shopping. No. So then I do Target pickups a couple times a week too. But you got to get fresh produce and things like that.
Got to have fresh produce.
Children love pears and apples and strawberries and stuff.
And bananas.
Bananas. They like it all. I don't eat the bananas. All right. So I was thinking about this over the weekend. And I was never really that mean to Daryl Morey, was I, Sean? I think I was kind of fair. He had some good draft picks, but ultimately he's failed. So goodbye.
Yeah, I don't think anything was said out of line on this show, specifically from you. No, I think I think we were echoing a lot of sentiments that were being expressed across the Delaware Valley in general.
Not the best GM, not the worst GM, somewhere in between. If he wants a job again, he'll get a job again somewhere, right?
Had some hits. He was here for 6 years. Had some hits. Had some misses. It is what it is.
Yeah, and ultimately he didn't go any further from when he took over the team. That's why he was fired. But I think in Daryl Morey's head, he views it completely different. Daryl Morey, I think you know what? Ain't my fault. Joel Embiid, I didn't pick him. He was here. James Harden, I brought James Harden in. We were that close to winning the second round and going to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? I don't think Daryl Morey ever thought that he wasn't a great GM. And so Bob Myers comes in, and remember before the press conference, one of the last things I said before that day, I said that I think we're going to come in tomorrow just being like, oh, man, Bob Myers is so smooth, and what a great talker, and what great emotional intelligence, and all this other stuff. And what happened the next day when we came in? Man, he told us everything that we wanted to hear without really saying anything at all. He's just a good talker. He's saying, I don't have all the answers, but that's why I have the entire organization, and we'll figure this out, and I have a pedigree. And people are like, yeah. With Daryl, so do we have a cut? Do we have a cut of Bob Myers and a cut of Daryl Morey? All right, so this is Bob Myers. So just think about press conferences, right? And you're speaking to the fans during these press conferences. That's essentially what you're doing. You're talking to the fans. And I can't tell you how many times I came away from a press conference or I came away from Daryl Morey speaking being like, man, he doesn't give a damn about us. And the only thing he cares about is making money and trying to win and everything else. But this whole idea that the Sixers haven't haven't won a championship in 40 years and haven't been to an Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years. That's not on him, but you're the steward. When you take over an organization like Bob Myers, you have to realize that you're taking over for the same organization that hasn't won in a long time, and that's your responsibility. It's not your fault, but that's your responsibility, and that's what you're bearing as a front office executive. But do we have it? So Bob Myers is such a good talker. Here's Bob Myers.
I'm a big believer in whatever the best answer is. Whoever comes up with that is the best answer. I don't care who says it, but it requires a lot of debate, a lot of conversation. I'll tell you what I'm looking for in a leader, somebody that's committed to getting it done, to getting us there, and is aligned with myself, is aligned with Josh, is aligned with our expectations, our work ethic, our commitment, our competitiveness. If they want to make a big statement about what we need to do, I'll listen to that. I asked the staff last night that exists, what are you guys going to do? What do you think? A lot of different answers. And they said, what do you think? I said, I don't know the answer, but we're going to figure out the answer. As far as like one specific thing, I never think.
That's fine.
Like
That's fine.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, man, like, you kidding me? I'm ready to apply for the job.
I'm buying what he's selling.
I literally want to go work for the Sixers, or I at least want to hang out around there. But he's so great. Meanwhile, you get Daryl Morey that comes up. He sounds like he just got off a treadmill. Yeah. He's dressed in the same suit that I might wear. Do we have some Daryl Morey? Here's some Daryl Morey.
I really love what we've added. Primarily, obviously, Quentin Grimes was a key addition. We love his fit with Tyrese. You know, his ability to hit shots, his ability to be the primary defender of the guards on the perimeter. Jared, we see as someone who.
All right, I don't need any more. So, like, here's what you're getting. Here's what you're getting with Bob Myers. All right, you're getting a leader that knows he needs to change the culture of the 76ers. You know what you had with Daryl Morey? You had a guy that tolerated, and I would say encouraged, bad behavior from players, including James Harden. Think about it. James Harden, when he was in Houston playing for Daryl Morey, routinely would be like, okay, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm going to Vegas. And then James Harden's throwing tens of thousands of dollars at a strip club in Vegas. Mm-hmm. Like, think about it. They would literally plan their road trips and when they would travel based on James Harden, where he wants to party and what strip clubs they've had. That's the Daryl Morey way. So I'm supposed to respect a guy that loved James Harden? I mean, think about it. What freaking basketball executive in their right mind would love a guy that cares just as much about strip clubs and partying as they do basketball?
Hey, they love him in
If
Cleveland.
not more.
They love him in Cleveland today, Johnny.
He's a good player. He had a bad game outside.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he's still a good player. Don't get me wrong. But is that really a guy you want to bring in?
No.
Like, the Cavs bring him in because they're trying to get over the hump. He didn't cost anything. Right? But, like, that Daryl Morey has made his fame based off of James Harden's scoring.
Oh, yeah. He's attached at the hip to James Harden and Joel Embiid. Those are his two guys.
Well, he can. Good. Goodbye. And Bob Myers is attached to the hip to who? Steph Curry and the Warriors. For better or for worse, whether he deserves it or he doesn't, that's what you look at with Bob Myers. And he just seems like he's a real leader. Daryl Morey's an MIT numbers nerd that somehow has worked his way up because he's really intelligent to get in the jobs that he did.
Yeah, and he looks at everybody through an analytical lens, through percentages and numbers. He never really factored into the character of a player, to camaraderie, to chemistry, all those buzzwords. And culture is the big one. And you look at some of these teams that are still playing right here, right now. There's an unbelievable culture in Oklahoma City. There's an incredible culture already with San Antonio. The Knicks, I get it. They play in New York. You want to fire everybody after they lose a game in December on a Tuesday night. But all in all, that's a really good culture. Can't speak about the Cavs to a point. They brought Harden in, but before Harden, they had a pretty good culture there. So, like, it's important. You have to have that part of the equation nailed down. And Daryl Morey, for my take, never cared about that.
All right, it's the Hoop Collective. So we start off hearing from Brian Windhorst. Here it is.
I had an agent tell me one time, Daryl maybe has the highest IQ of any of the NBA executives and one of the lowest EQs. And that was an agent who went many rounds with him on things.
Daryl's arrogance has backfired on him repeatedly over the years. He rubs people the wrong way, and I would say his biggest failings as a basketball decision maker is he's never been a guy who valued or even, frankly, considered the human element. Like he does not believe in like basketball.
And he wouldn't maybe say it that bluntly, but he would sort of say that.
Yeah, that's interesting to hear. Number one, and I think like if I'm putting together, John, whatever walk of life, you want to run a construction company, you can't have people at each other's necks. You got to have some camaraderie. You got to have some people that want to be around each other, right? Like, could you? Yeah, if you're a successful show for doing it for years, and all of a sudden you start hating your co-host, you just turn the microphones on. Cool, I get it, but that's not fun. And you're trying to build something. You got to have the want to be around each other, to of course, do right by them. And for Daryl Morey to sit here and say, nope, all I care about is what he's doing from the corner three. And, of course, in the third quarter, the percentage of this shot, I think that's missing the mark.
There's no bigger human element than Bob Myers, Ray. Oh, man, he just yells human element. Emotional intelligence. Jeffrey Lurie would have hired Bob Myers for sure.
Yeah, Jeffrey Lurie would hire. I mean, yeah, this is great. I'm glad we got a little emotional intelligence rolling in there. Doesn't exactly take the contracts off the books.
Nope.
Yeah, but it's a good starting point.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to bring up Ted Lasso again because Bob Myers is actually a basketball guy, but it goes back to it's important who's running you. Do they really have experience in it? Are they smart? Can they learn? Right, Bob Myers is an actual basketball guy. It doesn't mean it's going to work to Ray's point, but I'd rather have somebody that is stressing all the important things when establishing a culture. John Harbaugh is going to go up to the Giants, and he's going to win. I'd say he's going to win a Super Bowl, but he's going to win because he holds people accountable, and he doesn't invite certain behavior to go on, because if it happens, then it needs to be over or the person's gone. And that's what happened with the 76ers. And I'm not even telling you that the Joel Embiid behavior didn't happen before Daryl Morey, because it obviously did.
Correct.
But still, you come in, Bob Myers is coming in, he's not putting up with that crap anymore. Daryl Morey played into that stuff with James Harden. So what do you think's going to happen? Doc Rivers, who was it that just called up Giannis? Miles Turner?
So here we go again.
Called out Giannis under Doc Rivers, is saying that Giannis would just not show up or show up whenever he wanted to and never got fined for it. And that's the type of behavior that Doc allowed. What do you think he was doing here? I mean, the same stuff, but you think Joel Embiid just decided that he was going to be late to stuff after Doc Rivers left? No.
Doc was on the golf course every day, apparently, here.
He was golf. Oh,
yeah.
Doc.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, he was always golfing. We do have some names that are finally surfaced as far as Daryl Morey potentially attaching himself.
Who we got?
So the first guy, this is according to Mark Stein, who is a well-respected journalist in the NBA world. From the Atlanta Hawks, the general manager is Onsi Salah, if I'm pronouncing his first name correct. I think I am. But he is under contract with the Atlanta Hawks, but he has the connection from the time with the Golden State Warriors. Salah just finished second of the for Executive of the Year award, behind Brad Stevens. He finished second this year. So it would be interesting to see if that's a guy that could potentially be, in the running. And then Jameer Nelson was being discussed a little bit, that he's going to get a look. So we're starting to see some names surface. And I was telling you guys last week, I think it's all about, of course, relationships with Bob Myers. Who has he worked with in the previous stops? That's where I think this is going to lead. It's going to be someone that was with him at Golden State during that time. We'll see.
All right, let's go to the Davis Honda text line with a voice memo, 610-632-0975. That's the phone line. That's the Davis Honda text line. You can also send the voice memo like this person did.
What's going on, fellas? It's Sean Menard.
Hold on a second. So last week he called Bob Myers a snake oil salesman. And didn't he threaten not to be a fan anymore because they got rid of...
Sean Bernard went all Hulk Hogan NWO. He came out, black T-shirt, he's no longer... Yeah, man, he's anti...
Mr. Positive is anti this move.
He went full heel on the Sixers.
All right, go ahead.
Brought in DraftKings Network and took my car to the dealership this weekend. There was this dude named Bob Myers trying to sell me this former pristine sports car with a ton of miles on it named Paul George. Now look, here's what I can get with the Myers conversation. I challenge you to find a single comment of substance from that entire press conference. Every single quote was complete corporate fluff that sounded straight like it was from the mouth of the Colangelos. I also can't let you guys get away with crediting Myers with any sort of culture setting out in Gold State. If you guys are going to be the same guys that exclusively put blame on Joel Embiid for the Sixers' poor culture, you have to exclusively credit Steph Curry for the Warriors. There are a lot of GMs whose reputation would be a whole lot different if they inherited one of the most selfless and malleable superstars who also just happens to be the best shooter in basketball history.
All right, so here's what I'll say to that all may be true, and let's say that Bob Myers had nothing to do with setting the culture out there. him being a 4-time NBA champion executive and a 2-time executive of the year, when he comes to Philadelphia, you know what he gets to say? This is how I'm going to do it. And you know what, Joel Embiid? You're an MVP. Screw you. You may make $70 million a year. You know what I can do? I can trade you. Because if I don't think you're what's best for this team, I'm going to trade you. He comes in with a pedigree that, frankly, Daryl Morey didn't have. Daryl Morey came in with a pedigree because he traded for James Harden, or I don't even know, did he trade for James Harden? Was that his idea to do? I don't even know because I don't care. But he comes in as a guy that had success in Houston. He doesn't have a pedigree. Even if Bob Myers isn't a good executive, he can at least come in and say, that's not what we're doing. And that's just smart. Any executive that has any success and is a good leader doesn't allow their employees to run the show. It's not the way it works. A collaborative approach and really making everybody else feel like they're involved in the decision. If he really operates like, hey, I'm going to take all the information that I get from everybody in our organization and outside of the organization, and that's how I'm going to make a decision. Like, isn't that what you want out of somebody that makes good decisions? Not somebody that's just going to say, nope, it's all me. I don't want help. Leave me alone. No. I mean, I don't know how Daryl Morey, I don't know what he did with all that stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Look,
he didn't go.
Again, like we have 4-time NBA champion.
That's right, baby. You tell him, Josh.
I'm sure he took feedback and things like that, but the bottom line is it didn't work, and it didn't come close to working.
You're right. Yeah, February 2022, that's when 76ers then President Daryl Morey traded Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond for 2 first-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets for James Harden and Paul Millsap. So we turned back the hands of time on that one. So he was the leader as far as that is concerned. And, you know, you got to give him credit. You know, Ben, he got rid of Ben at his height, right? Like, to a point, I guess.
Yeah, but he could have traded him, if you believe it, for Halliburton or Fox. No, but, like, at that point, it was – I mean, they didn't say, hey, we're going to try to work this out with Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons made that easy for them not to do that. He wouldn't show up.
That's true.
Then he had the phone in his pocket.
And exactly. I would just say from the standpoint of what Bob Myers and what he built, again, like we're not trying to reinvent what took place there. He hired Steve Kerr. That's pretty good for culture, right? You would imagine hiring the head coach? Yeah, I think so. You would say that Draymond Green is pretty big figure when it comes to team culture, right? Drafted him. Okay, so it's like, yeah, Steph Curry was a great shooter. Steph Curry also had ankle injuries. Steph Curry wasn't the Steph Curry that he came to be at the beginning of Bob Myers' run, if I'm not mistaken, too. Again, I get it. Life is easy with Steph Curry. Nobody here is here to deny it, but they had a hell of a run. 6 appearances in the finals, I want to say. Come on, man. Give Bob Myers his due. And as far as what he said, I would just say this. He was open and honest. It didn't feel contrived. It didn't feel like he was reading from a Fortune 500 buzzword. Yeah, it was like, dude, he sat up there, gave you his honest opinions on what's going on. It's going to take time. I don't have all the answers right here, right now. But guess what? I'm the right damn man for the job. I came away feeling like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on, Bernard.
Ray's feeling good, too.
Can't believe Bernard out here trying to say that Bob Myers is like Daryl Morey or Bob Myers. Who's pushing the Prius?
But like, I mean, in all honesty, like, how is there any defense of Morey? Again, I'm not trashing him, saying he's the worst GM ever. But what's he built his career on?
Yeah, there are people that are going way further than what they need.
Like Sean Bernard.
That is a little far on that side. You're right, but I did see. You know, a lot of gas bags out there saying that he is the most overrated general manager in NBA history, yada, yada, yada. Daryl Morey is a good general manager.
Okay, he's fine. Yeah, go hire him somewhere else. Get him out of here.
I'm with you.
That's all that I'm saying. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975.
You see this right here? We got a new Ricky Bo spot. Grillo's Pickles. You saw
in a commercial?
In a commercial.
Ricky Bo's in a commercial on NBC Sports Philadelphia?
Yeah, it was him, Ben Davis, and Barkan stuffing their face on some Grillo pickles. You suck. Ricky Bo.
You like pickles?
I do.
Dill pickles?
Yeah, I'll pick up a jar. The daughter eats them.
Now, did you get the fresh ones that are refrigerated or the ones that are just...
No, I get them off the shelf.
The Vlasic are the ones that are refrigerated. Then Wegmans has their generic equivalent, which is fine, but you get the mini ones. So they're not too big. I don't like the whole pickles when they're too loose and they're like soggy. I like nice, crisp, almost jerkin style pickles.
Are we talking pickles here?
Jerkin with GH. You know the
Getting dirty.
sweet jerkins,
All
right?
Okay.
You're not a pickle guy, right?
Not the way you are, apparently.
No, but a
Just
nice.
say, John loves some pickles.
Are you kidding me? A nice ham sandwich and some chips.
And the pickle on the side.
So check this out:
Yes.
ham and cheese sandwich, spicy brown mustard.
Yes.
Nice sour cream and onion potato chip, and then a dill pickle on the side. Are you kidding me?
That is it right there.
Hashtag life,
I'm in.
right?
I'm
You like
all
that?
in.
Sounds good to me.
Grill of pickles.
Why? What kind of sandwich are you eating?
No, it sounds like a fine setup.
No, if I gave you one sandwich, give me your plate for a sandwich.
Oh, I mean, I'm going with some sort of Italian hoagie. If I'm doing like a little provolone, salami, ham,
We had the
maybe a
primo
little pepperoni on there.
We had the primo ring tray yesterday for Lane's birthday.
Did you? Oh no, it never disappoints.
So good.
No, a sandwich, not a hoagie. Stop.
All right. Well, if I'm going home, I got the provolone, I got the salami, I got the pepperoni. I'll put that on a long roll. I'm good.
Look at they're running it back. More Grillo pickles with Ricky Bo. That's a different spot.
See, depending on the place, turkey special. Holy moly! Some kettle corn, some kettle chips, salt and vinegar.
I'm getting hungry. It's lunchtime.
I am hungry. All right, coming up, we've got the Eagles' schedule, and we gave the W's and L's, but is it enough to win another NFC East title? Well, one analyst said the Eagles won't win it again. We'll play that for you coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Finally over 500. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Philly Sports Trips. The Birds are taking over Nashville with Philly Sports Trips. Travel, hotel, tickets, and more. All included. Spots are limited. Submit your deposit now at phillysportstrips.com. That's phillysportstrips.com. Phillies swept the Pirates 1-6-0 yesterday. Zach Wheeler going 7 scoreless. Phillies did a good job against Paul Skeens, roughing up 5 earned in 5 innings. Phillies 24-23. They're 15-4 in their last 19 games. They've won 6 consecutive series. Bryce Harper, after the game, talked about the confidence of the group.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that thought ever crossed our mind that we weren't the team. Just got to keep going, keep doing what we're doing. We're a really good baseball team, and just got to keep rolling.
They open up a 3-game set tonight against the Cincinnati Reds down at Citizens Bank Park. Out at Aronimink over the weekend, Aaron Wright won his first major at the PGA Championship. Look into the world of the NFL 2 weeks away from that June 1st date. Will we finally get some sort of resolution on A.J. Brown soon? And the 76ers are looking for the president of basketball operations. We'll keep you updated with that search. This update is also brought to you by thereamteam.com. Unbeatable savings are on now with 0% for 60 months with approved credit on select Ream air conditioners. Hurry to thereamteam.com and lock in your savings today. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
the Philadelphia Eagles is a couple things. Number one, they have, once again, another new offense that they're going to be installing with Sean Mannion, who came over from the Green Bay Packers. This is going to be a totally new system. Offensive line, another year older.
All right. I don't even need to hear anymore. They asked him a question on Get Up, and so he had to be the guy that said the Eagles aren't going to win the division. So he starts coming up with a couple.
Who, Woody?
Was that who it was? I don't even.
Yeah, it's Damian Woody.
Yeah,
and he's I don't know. Apparently they love him up there. There was like a bidding war for him too, but I have never heard one take from Damian Woody on ESPN and been like, you know what? He's on to something there, but they love him up there. They love him.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, could I make the case that the Eagles aren't going to win the NFC East? I mean, I guess I could. It wouldn't be on paper, that's for sure.
How many wins get the division? That's the question.
11, maybe 12.
The Eagles are going to be right there.
Yep. Yeah, but again, it's like, so will the Eagles win the NFC East? Somebody already said yes, or someone was going to say yes, and that's why he goes, well, I'm going to say no. He's going to play that side, so I don't even want to criticize him for it. I guess the point is that it's just a fake take, and that's what you're getting right now because, listen, where the draft happened, mini camps here, they still got NFL stuff to talk about. And when you're the Eagles, you're one of the premier franchises in football, so you're always going to be mentioned. The A.J. Brown trade. Ray, we're almost there.
So close. 2 weeks.
Almost there. Just in time for Rossini to totally blow up the Patriots to where the trade can't happen.
With 2 weeks. No more leaks, all right? Stop looking at your camera rolls. Stop going through all your archives. I want no more Rossini stuff coming out till June 3rd.
Well, they're back being happy. They were at the Springsteen concert. You didn't see that over the weekend?
Oh, I didn't
see that.
No.
I saw her.
They were eating dinner, but they were going to the Springsteen concert.
I just saw her at the dinner table. Yeah.
They were in I think they were in Midtown Manhattan. And he was playing the Garden, or was he playing? Probably play the Garden. Yeah, whatever. He was out with the husband, enjoying themselves, drinking, eating, having a good time.
Man.
Yeah, but I don't.
Who knows?
By the way, now, she can do whatever she wants. I don't really have a lot of interest in anything right now. Now, if there's more stories to come out and all that stuff, at some point she's going to speak. But she wants to go out and go to the Springsteen concert. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that seems like a pretty heavy thing to ask the husband unless he was fine with everything. I mean, listen, man, I don't know. Pretty traumatic event for the husband and the kids and the family. I want to say the hell with her, but it's a pretty traumatic event for her too. For
all parties. It's a tough one, right? Because it moves away from the original discussion to where now it's a family affair, and if they want to stay together, you could see how it works, but I don't know how I could get there, but that's not for me to say. That's not my position. So
right, that's them.
Good luck.
Yeah, I don't know what this.
All I care about is for the kids. That's it, John. I want the kids to be happy. That's it.
Ray, I also saw something, and I don't know if this is going to be true, but this guy that's on Twitter that apparently he said stuff before that was correct regarding this. Said that TMZ has additional information, but they're dribs and drabs, so they're not going to put everything out at once. They need to continue to use this. So probably a bad week because of Memorial Day, or if something comes out, it's early this week. Mm-hmm. But there's more stuff out there that's coming out.
No.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what this one person.
I can't have any talk of Vrabel stepping down for 2 weeks.
Well, yeah. I don't think that if more stuff comes out, this is where he could literally have a nervous breakdown. See, when I said that I didn't think he ain't going to coach next year, I didn't think that was because he was going to get fired. At some point you got to break.
Right.
Mentally. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
That's what I'm saying.
Fine.
I mean, I want him to be well mentally all times.
AJ's going to the Patriots. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. He's going to the Patriots.
Yeah.
Well, don't you want him not to be traded?
At this point, it's over. I've given up. I got bulldozed. It's done. He's going to get traded. I can live in fantasy land, or I could live in the real world.
Realize how bad he wants to leave.
Yeah, man, he got married over the weekend.
I know he did.
Darius Slay.
How about that?
Isaiah Rodgers.
Was Jalen at the wedding?
No reports on Jalen. TMZ had a roster, and there was no Jalen.
But the former quarterbacks coach, Scott Loeffler, did an interview and said that Jalen Hurts is the best.
Super coachable.
He also privately is his private quarterback coach now, right?
Yeah.
Well, I thought he was still working with the other guy.
Well, he was working out with him in the offseason.
Well, yeah, they went to Temple. Loeffler wanted to get back to Temple. Okay. Good call by him.
Okay.
Great facilities over there.
All right.
Wanted to toss around the pigskin. Elijah Moore, Devontae Smith working out with them.
It is interesting, though, and I'm not going to go too much into the conversation because I'm sure that it's a dumb one to have. But these guys were boys, and now like you don't get the invite to the wedding, or you don't go to the wedding. I don't know if he got the invite. Like, come on, man.
That'd be something if he didn't even get an invite. I'm guessing he didn't get an invite.
I would imagine that's your boy getting married. Like,
Yeah, they ain't boys anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
These guys have fallen off, and it's just crazy.
But they haven't been best friends since they were kids. This is one of these new best friend things that,
But if we sit here and say
hot and heavy early.
A.J. Brown is the greatest wide receiver in franchise history, who was getting him the rock? Who was getting him the ball all the time?
And how much more did he want the rock?
Well, regardless, you are going down in Ray's eyes as the greatest receiver to ever put on an Eagles uniform. He was your quarterback. Like, yo.
Why are you always trying to take shots at A.J. Brown regarding this?
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You're mad at A.J. You want A.J. to come out and go on Sally, Jesse, Raphael with Jalen.
I do.
And just talk it out.
I do. And I would rather A.J. Brown stay with the Eagles. I know it's not going to happen. We just got to cross the T's and dot the I's. And it's happening on June 1st. He'll be a New England Patriot. But for him not to be invited to the wedding, man, that is some Sally, Jesse, Raphael stuff.
Yeah.
It really is.
No, it's not.
Oh, not to invite him to the wedding would be a huge deal.
Sean, he's being traded because of him. He's being traded to another team because of him. You think he's getting the invite too, or Jalen's going to take it? What, like the invite, you know that he's not going to come, but you put the invite out there because you got to do it.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but I want AJ to be happy, Ray. So if that means not inviting him to his wedding, or Jalen doesn't want to go, I can't be mad at Jalen for not going, and I couldn't be mad at AJ for not inviting him. He's being traded because of him. It's common knowledge. I mean, what are we talking about here? Stop playing pretend. He's not going to his wedding. He's being traded out of town because of it. They've broken up.
They have.
Ray, they've broken up. It's a breakup.
Yeah, it's over.
Okay, and AJ isn't dragging him through the mud, kind of. And
Not yet.
Well, he's not going to say anything publicly because it does him no good. He hasn't said anything. AJ's very calculated. He's very intelligent in what he's doing.
Oh, yeah, no, he's very good at this.
There's no reason to take a shot. Even in the media, does it feel like there's anything getting leaked from AJ Brown's side? There never has been that.
Yet.
It felt like it was coming from the team. The team sided with AJ in this. They're trading him and like hugging him on the way out. They didn't want, like, the team is acting like that AJ Brown is their in-law. Like, they have to trade him, and they're like, I'm sorry, we understand. We'll send you where you want to go. We understand.
I apologize. I don't know if you played this with News and Noon, Ray, but $1 million worth of game podcast, does that ever pop up? According, apparently, A.J. Brown said, quote, I've been sitting up here lying to you to tell you that we've never had any issues about, of course, Jalen Hurts. We're two guys. We're two alphas who want to be the best and want to demand greatness from each other.
And that's okay.
That's fine.
Wasn't that post-Super Bowl?
Still invite him to the wedding. That's all I'm saying.
That's not new, right? That was
No.
I was going to say. I feel like we did the Gilly breakdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The Gilly podcast was before we knew about Janky Rondo.
That's old.
Janky Rondo. What's he up to?
All right, coming up.
Hey, Ray.
Ray Dunn on the call Saturday night. The Union against Columbus, and they got a tie, so they didn't even get a win. But Ray got a goal call on a lot more. We'll go through the night. We have the highlights for it. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5, the Fanatic. All right, let's talk about Bet Parks for a second. So we know who's going to be in the conference finals. There's a lot going on right now, from the Fightins that are on fire. If you've been riding Schwarber with some home runs, what about Bryce Harper? Download the Bet Parks online casino and sportsbook app right now for all the betting that we're talking about with sports. But how about online games like craps, blackjack, roulette, hundreds of online slots, and live bet on your favorite sports like tonight, Fightins beginning a series with Cincinnati. I mentioned pro basketball, pro hockey. How about individual player performances for Schwarber, Harper, strikeouts for Sanchez? You can really do it all right now. And right now is a great offer for new online casino users. Get up to $500 casino bonus back in your first 24 hours and 250 bonus spins on the hot soccer-themed online slot game, Gold Trio Soccer. It's all in the BetParks app. You can play all your favorite casino games for real money, where there's always another way to win. The BetParks online casino and sportsbook app. You must be 21 and in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, or Michigan. New users only. Terms and conditions apply. Details at betparks.com. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Got something to say about Philly sports?
Text us on the Davis Honda text line at 610-6.
All right, we're back middays with Marks, John, Sean, and Ray. Ray's becoming the most popular person on the show. I don't know if I like it.
Everybody loves him.
I mean, I like Ray, but
he holds out, though.
The thing about it is, and I know that he's how long you been out of college for?
4 years last week.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, 4 years out of college, and everybody loves him. There's this people think that he really goes out to the bars and he has all this success, and older women like him. You've been built up to be this stud. Meanwhile, it took me years. I was talked down to for years on the radio.
Yeah.
Sean, I mean, geez.
Yeah.
I gotta start being mean to you now.
Right.
Now.
Got to
Start
go.
now. Yeah. Took till May.
So on Saturday, Ray's on the call. The Columbus Blue Jackets? The Crew?
The Columbus Crew, baby.
Columbus Crew coming to Subaru Park.
Oh, yeah.
2 for 2.
So there's this picture that a listener took and tweeted at Sean of Ray standing up. So take us inside the booth. Where are you stationed on the field?
We are pretty much as close as you get to be at the middle of the field as you get, like slightly to the left, overlooking. We're looking out to the Commodore Barry Bridge and that side of the field. Yeah, it's a great view.
Great view. The stadium's great. If you've never been to a Union game, go down because it's really aesthetically, it's pleasing. The games are a lot of fun too.
Yeah, shout out to Sean Lochner. He checked in at Philly She's. And
What's up, Sean?
He said, "Is that Ray Dunn with the Andy Reid play card?"
So, Ray, could you stand up during the broadcast? Yeah. Does Sebastian stand up, or so you guys are standing up because you're like looking down on it? You have a really good view,
amazing view.
So think of Andy Reid's play chart, what he has during the game, that because they always make fun. The big menu because he's fat.
Oh, it's a Waffle House menu,
right? The big menu. Ray had that times 3, and that's what he was holding on to. I mean, wait, what was on there, Ray?
And Sebastian Ledoux had to push you out of the way to see the field. Like, dude, that thing is
I don't know, man.
massive.
He's like, what, 6'3"? I don't think he needs me to get out of his way.
So, Ray, what was on that list? Now, I'm not kidding with you. This thing was much long. Yeah, it's much bigger
half
than
a poster board.
Okay.
So what did I do? I cut the poster board in half, and then I put the alignment on that for each team. So I've got the 4-4-2 the Union were playing in, the 4-4-2 the Crew were playing
4-4-2, baby.
and I've got the players aligned.
I'm not a 4-4-2
You're not a 4-4-2 guy? What are you, more of a diamond guy?
Correct.
Yeah, you
I
look
thought
like
you
a
were more of
diamond.
a 3-5-2 guy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, but I put the players based on where they'll be on the field, so that it's a quick glance down
and you know who you're looking
right.
at.
And it's like a quick, they've got a couple of blurbs on each player in there of something to get into.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ends up being a bigger production because I try to put as much information as I can get on there, and also just makes it easier. And the bigger the name, the easier it is to quick look down and find it. So, yeah.
And we're talking about 90-plus minutes of conversation, John. He's got to fill it, so he needs all the tidbits he can get.
I tuned in a little bit.
It's easier on the radio because you're calling the action. Like I would say for the Apple TV, for TV, like those purposes, you need probably a little bit more of the color and the storylines.
Understood.
For me, it's like, hey, they're going left to right. If I stop talking about the game for a second, someone's going to be like, yo, dude, you're not entertaining me.
Do you go left to right on your radio dial? Do you say,
right.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
You got to let the people know.
That's a staple.
Got to give the visual. Now, do you go your blurbs? Are these like went to this college, or are you doing like Luke Bush of Columbus recently separated from his wife, according to Page 6?
I usually stay away from the Page 6
You're not going
reports.
spicy?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
There's a good story about them, sure, but a good story. I'm not necessarily going with the...
Were there any Eagles chants at the Union game?
I did not hear
Okay.
any.
All right. Just wondering.
That's a shame. All right, so what do we have here, Ray? Ray did get I heard the goal score, but we actually demanded on Friday, and we said, Ray, we need a how about that?
Let's play that then. Let's do the how about that.
So, Ray, did he cash in on the how about that, Sean?
I would hope so. It's 90-plus minutes.
Here it is.
How about that luck for the Union right there with the opportunity to present itself? We've talked so much about these late opportunities in games.
All right, that's all I need to hear.
Wait. Run it back one more time, right from the beginning, real quick.
We should have had before he said how about that to know what was
How
going
about
on.
that luck
So he goes,
for the Union
how
right
about
there?
that luck?
He made sure he got it in.
All right, he got it in. That qualifies. I would still think like it needs to be.
You wanted a goal call how about that?
All right, that would have been great. But again, he's a professional, so I'm not trying to get him to bring him down.
He doesn't want to do how about that as his call.
I just wanted something a little bit more of like, how about that? Instead of luck.
But he cringed / laughed his way through saying it. Listen to the beginning.
He
you can
did.
tell after he says, how about that?
Yeah, he
How about that luck for the Union
Nice.
right there?
All right. I'll sign up.
I knew what I was doing in that moment. It was like the 88th minute, too.
Oh, so you got it at the end.
Right. Well, Herrera, for their side, had an opportunity right in front of the net, and like multiple times late in the game, blew really good looks for the Crew for a chance for them to actually score and take the lead. So I was looking up the time, knew that
game could be over. They score, the game could end up being over.
Yeah, I also just needed to get it in at some point.
You need to get in, right.
And like we'd hit kind of a break in the air where he had screwed up so badly. Like two of us almost looked at each other like, wow, can you believe that? And I was like, how about that? And I was like, I'll throw that in here right now.
You got it in?
Yeah. So I had you guys on the mind there. 88th minute, 1-1 game. I'm glad you guys were what I was thinking about.
Do we have the goal score at first? So Columbus, I believe Columbus took the lead early, right? They were up 1-0. That's until, powered by Ray Dunn. I don't even know who scored the goal. You would have to tell me.
Milan Lasky.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
All right, here's how it sounded.
Trying to make something happen to the left side. An opportunity presenting itself just outside of the box. Working with the left foot into the middle here. It's Ilovsky who finds the equalizer. Milan Ilovsky from the center of the box with the left foot. And the Union have tied this one up at 1. There's the opportunity they've been looking for. And finally, the home crowd can erupt. Cue the Dupes here in Chester, Pennsylvania.
All right, stop it. That's where you could have been. How about that?
Yeah, you could have squeezed one in there.
How about that?
I could have.
Cue the Dupes.
But I didn't.
I like cue the Dupes.
So do I have some Sebastian Latour? Because if you don't know, we're the home of the Union.
That's
97.5
right.
The Fanatic. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, and it started with the Union pressing, winning the ball with Macania. We lose it, but we're winning back. And it's Bender finding Anelo now 1v1. You can really see him going against Herrera, who just come into the game. Cross between the leg on the ground of Camacho, and Ilovsky really into the 6-yard box, just tapping in with his left foot, just making good contact. And Schulte was at his post, not able to make the save. And I give a little bit more life, to the Union to try to get this win tonight against Columbus.
Man, I feel so much better about that goal after Ray and Sebastian. That was awesome.
I love it. A lot of energy there. A lot of energy with the Union, and this team has been struggling.
Yeah, like the place needed that.
Yeah.
Trailing by a goal for almost 60 minutes there. You hadn't scored the last 2 home matches. Place needed that in that moment. And then there was a flurry there at the end. We got a little chaotic soccer late in that game.
Do we have anything else? Because we're up against it. Any other highlights?
I mean, we got other stuff, but we're
give me something.
Yeah.
No, we're
Come
not
on,
okay.
Ray.
No, we're not okay.
All right, the opportunity in the first half to try and tie it up.
There we go.
Sullivan finding this one ahead to Ilovsky. Ilovsky in on the box, trying to find Damiani. The opportunity finds Harriel. Harriel dispossessed, and the Crew are able to get that one out of play, avoiding any sort of chaos in the box. Herrera with the left foot sends it over the end line. The Union with a couple of blue kits in the box, but unable to put a shot on net.
I need my puke bucket after that.
He's a pro, man. Kits, blue kits, cleared it. There's a lot of going on in that as far as action is concerned.
Yep.
Nice work, Ray.
All right. There you go.
Ray.
Yep. Believe me, him and Noah Eagle are going to be having breakfast one day.
Oh, yeah. Him and Noah.
Puking it up. 2 of them.
Ray's going to have a kid. He'll have a job. Get him a gig. I'll tell you what, though. You get that puke bucket ready because this new open for the News at Noon, you might need it.
Sean Brace has produced a new open for the News at Noon. Or I guess you voiced it.
I've been told it is beyond anything we've had so far.
It's about as brutal as it gets. I can't wait for you to hear it.
That's what the segment is. News at Noon, Eli Manning, Ryan Madsen. What? I was just thinking about Ryan Madsen the other day. And Dwayne Wade. Actually, when I was talking to my daughter about Chris Sanchez's stuff, I started talking about Ryan Madsen. I don't know why. I got all fired up. That's coming up next. News at Noon with a brand new open. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Bills are hot. I'm already done with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies swept the Pirates, winning 6-0 yesterday. 3 consecutive wins out there in Pittsburgh. Zach Wheeler going 7 scoreless following Christopher Sanchez's complete game shutout on Saturday. Some great starting pitching on Saturday and Sunday for the Phils. On the other side, for the Pirates, they had Paul Skeens on the mound, but he gives up 5 earned in 5 innings. Phillies 24-23, 15-4 in the last 19. Bryce Harper after the game.
Yeah, I don't think that thought ever crossed our mind that we weren't the team. So, just got to keep going, keep doing what we're doing. We're a really good baseball team, and just got to keep rolling.
They've got the Cincinnati Reds coming to town as they look to keep it rolling against the Reds tonight. Aaron Rai won his first major over the weekend at Aronimink, the PGA Championship in the Philadelphia area. We're 2 weeks away from June 1st. Big NFL date and a big date for us here to see what happens with A.J. Brown and the rumors that he'll be traded to the New England Patriots. Sixers President of Basketball Operations search continues. We'll let you know if we hear anything on that front. This update's brought to you by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals. For a pretty Biggie deal, got to be Wendy's. U.S. price participation may vary. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It doesn't go with this.
No, but I was getting closer, but I guess maybe one day I will eventually.
For what? You're
fine.
fine.
Yeah, man.
Sean,
If I could drop 20, I'd be great. I can't drop 20 though. That's the issue. Everybody else is on it. Why can't I, John?
I mean, you're 45.
Yeah.
You look good.
I mean,
I know. I understand.
If I dropped 20, I'd look great.
You know what's more important, though?
What?
Not trying to impress women.
No, I don't.
Whatever.
I don't.
No, is your health.
Yeah.
So it behooves you to get in better shape by doing it the right way. With diet and exercise. You try, man. You got 2 young kids at home. You're going to these gym classes at 5 a.m.?
You telling me that, it's the issue is that I eat like an idiot. I don't know why.
Yeah, welcome to a lot of people out there.
I know. Got to keep fighting the good fight.
I got more stuff to do than time. So for me to find time to work out, like I can't work out at 5 a.m. You go to these 5 a.m. classes, bro, I can't do it. I can't work out in the morning.
I could barely do it.
I could do 7.
Yeah.
But I need to be up for a couple hours before I'm able to do anything. I can't roll out of bed at 4:30 and be at a class at 5. I've tried, believe me.
I'm trying.
They have the 5 a.m. at Orange Theory. I can't do it. So I'm out. But anyway, we're back. So what was the inspiration? News at Noon's coming up here. What was the inspiration for the News at Noon? You've heard many, many poor versions of it done before.
The inspiration was from the great song that it just fit, like, because it was I'll give you the
Yes,
song.
yes,
all right,
give me the song.
It's Summertime.
Nice.
Yes.
Because it's summertime.
So
It's going to be 95 degrees.
So when he goes, "Summertime, the time is up. The summertime, the time is up." That's what it's like. It's underneath it. That's like almost in the chorus part. Right?
You're singing the chorus of the song?
So I go into the news at noon with Ray Dunn. That's what I heard in my head.
The news at noon with Ray Dunn.
Not quite.
The news at noon with Ray Dunn. The news at noon.
Dude,
no,
I'm so nervous. I haven't heard it yet.
I gave this the old college try, and I'm telling you right now, it's.
All right. Without further ado, news at noon with Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Drums, please. All right.
The news at noon with Ray Dunn. 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 Here it is, the news at noon, slightly transformed. Ray Dunn getting the people informed, giving us the headline of local insanity of all these hot takes we hear every day. Reddick, Rivers, and Big Skip Bayless. If they say something, Ray's gonna tell us. It's the news at noon
With Ray Dunn.
The news at noon
With Ray Dunn.
I thought that was great.
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go. It's terrible.
Right, but it's not. I mean, it's better than the one I did. Can't do it every day. You need
No.
a shorter one, but like
Correct.
occasionally to slip that one in.
Yeah, that was my point, too. It's like, you know, you kind of have a couple to choose from.
Certainly a couple to choose from.
All right, in my mind, it was easier and it sounded better. And then when I put it together,
No,
I'm like,
I thought the actual once you got to it, I liked the lyrics. They were well.
So good.
All right, so that's for the
Reddick,
the text
Rivers.
line in the YouTube chats. 610-632-0975. Davis Honda text line. Your review of Sean Brace's song.
and we want people to do them themselves, too.
It'd be nice if you did the work for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please. We asked before and people did it, but then people don't continue to do it. Yeah, so if you want to do one, we will literally use one, a listener one every day. All right? All right, Chuck. All right.
All right, we'll start with Eli Manning because he was on Bustin' with the Boys, and I know I'm playing this audio that you guys have already heard because you guys are big listeners to the program, so I'm sorry for you to have to hear this again. But he was explaining the whole draft situation with the Chargers, where for a lot of years we believed that Arch Manning was the one that took the heat, that he was the one saying, hey, he can't go to the Chargers. It was actually Eli Manning that was making that call, according to Eli Manning, saying his dad took the hit for him and explained why he didn't want to go to the Chargers because of his meeting with them before the draft in New Orleans.
I just didn't feel like they were the most committed team to winning at the time. Marty Schottenheimer was the head coach, who was awesome, had great respect for him, but like they came to work me out in New Orleans, went to dinner, and like there was just friction between, you know, the head coach, general manager, like the owners. They're all like yelling, kind of like fighting. We're at a Marriott like restaurant, and you know, Schottenheimer's mad that he's like, we're in New Orleans, we're eating at a Marriott, and you know, so he's like pissed. They're like kind of just bickering, and it just didn't seem like there was a whole lot of like agreement on things, and like they were kind of like committed to building a great winning franchise at that moment.
Wow, man. I mean, I know, you know, like he's Eli Manning, so he's got the Manning pedigree of being ready to go from college into the pros, but you know what he had? He had an instinct of like, yeah, this ain't it. And he wisely got the hell out of it. I mean, like, is Eli Manning a potentially a Hall of Famer and a Super Bowl champion if he goes to the Chargers?
Probably not.
No.
Nope. Probably not. Yeah, it was interesting. You know, falling on the sword from the old man perspective, I respect that. For Arch to do that, I thought that was pretty cool because I thought that this was all orchestrated by old man Manning. But apparently Eli, his intuition, he said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and see. I don't know if I'm buying that fully. I think that this was probably a collaborative deal with the family. Like, Arch has been around the league a long time. But, hey, man, you know, they played their cards right. Grand scheme of things.
Hey, 2 Super Bowl MVPs. The weirdest NFL career of maybe anybody.
And also to play in New York versus San Diego, you know what the payday is going to come from endorsements there. I don't know.
Made a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah, definitely made a lot of sense.
I don't know, man. At Manning's age, if someone was like, we're going to pay you a lot of money to live in San Diego, I think I could have looked past the fact they took me to a Marriott.
Yeah, but you have a drinking problem. That's the difference. Right? We know that you're
it's also
borderline
a
alcoholic.
lifestyle. It's
I
also
know.
Like it's the sun doesn't matter whether or not you got a beer next to your water. It's the sun. It's 80 degrees every day. It's not a bad life.
But to Sean's point, he got hammered for that, especially early on. I mean, because listen, to be a draft pick that's never done anything in the NFL, to be like, I'm not playing for your franchise. I'm forcing a trade. People don't like that for the most part. Anyway.
All right, moving on here. The 611 podcast, Ryan Howard and Jimmy Rollins had Kincade Hernandez on to talk about a number of different things, including his time being teammates with Chase Utley, something they can all share conversation about. 2018, Ryan Madson traded to the Dodgers, the team that had Utley, had Hernandez, and they thought it'd be funny for the rest of the season to try and pull a prank on Ryan Madson. It worked, and it was incredible.
Ryan Madson gets traded, and Chase goes, this dude seems really serious. You know, he's into his routine, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, you cannot tell him that you speak English, okay? And I was like, all right, Chase. I would be like, hey, Madson, today, change up. Ooh, go, man. Go. And he was like, ¿Te gusta? Sí, te gusta. And I was like, yeah, bro, I like that you're speaking in Spanish the way I'm speaking English to you. Okay, let's keep it going. Yeah.
So this goes on the entire year until they win the West.
Get out.
Wow.
After they win the West, Dave Roberts gives a speech to the team and says, does anyone have anything else to say? Kincade Hernandez steps up and starts to speak in Spanish a little bit and then finishes with, and Madson, I speak English, and the entire place erupts and goes crazy over the entire thing. But yes, this was a full half-season-long prank once Madson got to the Dodgers. The Chase Utley orchestrated.
Oh, my God.
Pretty good.
That's really mean.
Yeah, pretty good.
Imagine you feel like a real idiot. You're like, wouldn't you feel like you're almost racist to think this guy doesn't speak English? You didn't notice it in the clubhouse? I know he's a reliever.
Yeah, the tough thing here for Madsen, so locked in on his routine that he had a 6.48 ERA. It was the last stop of his career, and he was trolled like that by Utley.
Oh, so he was in 9 games, so he's very late. Because I don't remember him with the Dodgers at all.
No.
You said Dodgers. I'm like, he was a Dodger. I was a big Ryan Madson. I love Ryan.
How could you not be? The Bridge to Lidge.
Awesome. But I remember his so Dr. Michael Tancredi, do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
He was the chiropractor of the Stars.
There you go.
He was Ryan Madson. He does something called I think it's ART. It's the active, it's some type of thing they do to the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember the year that they went to the World Series, he went from being a 90-mile-an-hour starting pitcher. He threw a 98. Not back when guys didn't throw not everybody threw 98. But he credited this technique to the shoulder to helping with the velocity. You go from being a starter to a reliever, you're going to go up a little bit in velocity. He went up a lot in velocity, and he was unbelievable. Now, other people maybe thought that there were some vitamins or something that was going on as well.
No, not our Ryan Madson.
He had a great changeup. He had great movement on his pitches. Active release technique, and that's what Tancredi did with him. And it helped with his shoulder, helped with range of motion.
I saw Tancredi. He took care of me a few times.
Well, Liz had a problem with something, and she went over there.
Well.
Yeah. So shout out to the chiropractor of the Stars if he's still out there.
That's it.
All right, wrapping up here. We're going to go into some hoops. D. Wade with maybe the best take on LeBron, the end of the Lakers run potentially, and his thoughts on retirement. Why LeBron has such a difficult decision in front of him.
I'm just here to appreciate what I'm witnessing and what we all are witnessing because we've never seen this before, man. And so, it has to suck a little bit to get to this point in your career and still be really good. I got to a point in my career and I was like, well, I'm not that good anymore. So, I can still play. I can go play right now and still be able to play, but I won't be that good. So it was easy for me to decide to walk away. It's hard to make that decision when you're still really good. Who walks away when they're really, really good? Only a few.
It would suck to be so good that you need to stay out there because you're good. Dwayne Wade's take on LeBron still being out there.
Yeah. Is that what it is? That he's playing too well? If he was showing signs of being washed up and couldn't do it anymore, you would quit. Because even if he was a guy that scored, and that's why the conversation of if could he play to 50, he could be in his mid to late 40s and still be averaging 14, 15 points a game. He just becomes a point forward and he gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
He's going to play until he because I don't think, at what age does he fall off to where he says, I just can't do it anymore? Physically, he takes care of his body so well. It's not like that he's breaking down. He's going to get injuries and things like that, but
So what happens, though, this offseason? Does he stay with the Lakers? Does he go back home to Cleveland? I don't know. He's a free agent. He's obviously going to play. He's going to play somewhere where they have a chance to win a championship. He's not coming here.
All right, so ask this question, because the with Harden, now they're in the Eastern Conference Finals, but the stories that were out there was the Cavs were definitely interested in bringing him back, and more than just a one-year contract. In other words, Harden's agent's probably leaking. All the Cavs have multi-year contracts. That's what it is. It's like, there's multi-year. They want to bring him back multi-year. All right, well, what does that mean? Does Bron want to play with James Harden? Man, because if Bron doesn't want to play with James Harden, they better let him know quick.
I don't think LeBron leaves L.A. I think he stays with the Lakers. They figure it out some way, somehow. But I
tend to agree with you that he's back. He'll just go year to year, and if there's a better situation that pops up. He would have been in Golden State if Golden State wanted him.
Yeah. I think that somebody was saying, like, who was it? It was somebody in the national media. Like, the Lakers don't like him.
No, they don't. Well, at least the old ownership didn't. Yeah. I don't think Pelinka likes him. Well, it's not like they're doing anything to kiss his ass. They pretty much have done the moves they wanted to do.
So then maybe he does go somewhere else. But
he's got to have a better spot to go.
Correct. And I do think there's also another caveat. That team has to be in the running to win a championship. Like, he knows how important it is to get another title. I get it. It's a little bit of a stretch. But in the competition with Michael Jordan,
depends
he needs
where
another
you go.
championship.
Like, I don't want to waste the show today. Depends on where he goes. You tell me the 76ers with Tyrese and VJ and LeBron James wouldn't be a hell of a team? Paul George?
I think Tyrese Maxey has the same agent.
Wouldn't be a hell of a team. Are you kidding me? Is there a better spot he could go than here?
I don't think. They're not competing for a championship, though, right?
Are the Lakers?
With Luka and Reeves, they had it going this year.
The West?
Yeah, the West. Because they're not even close.
Spurs, OKC, and the East is kind of wide open. I'm just saying.
I mean, again, like we have 4-time NBA champion.
LeBron to the Sixers.
Who wouldn't want to play for that guy? How about that?
I mean, again, like we have 4-time NBA champion here.
That is a great sound.
Andrew Dice Clay was at Parks over the weekend. Because I had a friend, one of our kids' friends, one of the moms. Someone calling me?
Yeah, no, it was me. My ringer's on.
I going to see Dice Clay, and I'm like, no way. Like, what is that? What does that sound like in 2026? Apparently, very, very funny. I heard a lot of people say that it was a great show. You a Dice Clay guy back in the day?
He's still got his fastball. No doubt.
Hickory dickory dock.
Oh. Yeah, of course. Who isn't? And he had spots in movies too. Like he popped up on Entourage, which I thought was cool. He did some other things.
He had a sitcom on CBS for a lot of years.
Did he really?
Yeah. What was it called? No, he did network TV for a long time.
Andrew Clay's date.
You don't realize how famous he was. You forget now because they like the routine of the smoking cigarettes and
thought
about.
Oh, he's definitely a huge star, celebrity, but I don't remember the television show.
No. Am I wrong here? I don't know. I just remember him doing. He got into the sitcom part of it.
He was in A Star Is Born.
I don't even know what that is.
A good movie with Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga.
Anyway,
he was.
Yeah.
Really critically acclaimed.
I mean, I didn't watch it, but that's a big movie to be
Tell
part
me
of.
something good. That's a good tune.
I do remember him in the Entourage that you bring.
Yes.
I swore he was on network TV for at least a couple of years. Bless This House? No, that's not it.
Raising Hope?
I don't know. Maybe
that's a TV series.
I thought he became like the lovable family dad in something. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, So if Dice Clay was doing a routine on the Sixers, what would he say? Hickory dickory dock. The Sixers. Right?
Yes. Oh, it was a Showtime show he had, John, called Dice. And it said, Hickory dickory dock, the Dice Man's back and he's ready to rock. 25 years after taking entertainment world by storm, Andrew Dice Clay is eager to reclaim his comedy throne.
Oh, man. I couldn't. Mary had a little lamb. Maury sold another scam. Ow! Oh! Jack and Joe went up the hill to have a little fun. And then bleeping Daryl Morey. Oh!
That's how you end it, no matter what. Look, Dice, he had a hell of a run, and you pull up his IMDb here, and it's just as crazy how long he's been doing it, and still kicking butt and taking names to the fact that he sold out parks.
I would love to see Ray. I was looking at the lyrics to some of the original nursery rhymes. And if you don't know Dice Clay, you couldn't listen to it today. I don't know what you would think, because he would do these nursery rhymes and he'd make them not just dirty. Looking at him today, it's cringy what he was saying. But that's the way it was.
A lot of that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like in radio, having adult film stars and people like that in radio 20 years ago is something that you saw, like morning rock radio, like, oh, yeah, bring in the porn stars. Like, no one's doing that today, are they? Mm-hmm. Is Preston and Steve bringing in adult stars down there? Maybe fun. Once or twice a year.
It's fun. Yeah.
And Dice Clay's times 100 of that.
Oh, yeah. At least.
And I didn't think, I don't know, like.
He's got a really good, honestly, I mean this sincerely. His Instagram, like, he was in my algorithm, and he does some stupid stuff, like, where he just has fun. He'll be standing on the corner of some busy street in Times Square, and he's like, who, me? Oh, yeah, I'm Andrew Dice Clay, and, like the person had no idea who he is, and he's got the phone right up against, yeah, thank you for spotting me. And they're like, who the hell is this guy? But little did they know, it's Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh!
Who probably was like one of the biggest comedy stars early 90s, right?
Yeah, before I was, not that I was a little bit too young to like really want to go smoke cigarettes and go to a concert. I think I was in high school when he was doing it. Yeah.
The Dice Man Cometh.
Oh, what a big star.
1989 HBO special live from Atlantic City.
Sounds about right, Sean. Sounds about right. All right, you know what else sounds right? How about your fighting Phils? Let's put one in the win column for your fighting Phils. They've been killing it. Absolutely killing it, and they've been doing it with their stars. That's how you win. Win with your stars. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Zach Wheeler, Chris Sanchez. What have they been doing? Yeah, Chris Sanchez is right up there with all of them. What have they been doing? They've been killing it. A sweep in Pittsburgh. Now you have Cincinnati coming into town. Is this the letdown series we have to worry about because they just had the sweep? Right, you know what I mean? We're going to celebrate them today. They're going to know how great they've been playing. And then they come home tonight. They're slight favorites tonight.
Yeah.
I was looking.
Well, what's the rotation after Painter here tonight? So this could be a tough spot.
Painter, Luzardo, Nola.
So that could be potentially two out of three if we're being honest with our situation. Right?
Honestly, I'm not. Ray, you would think that I would come in today ready to be like, hey, Nola got shelled.
It was Friday.
No,
but you got another show this week to do that.
But
he got the no decision too.
No,
it was a win in the game.
It was a great comeback by the Phillies. But if you look at, I think for Nola, you have to look at the totality of the starts. So in 8 starts this year, he's went quality start 4 times, and then the 5th time he didn't make it 5 innings, but he only gave up a couple runs. So he hasn't done well the other times out there. This is what he is. Probably a little bit better because his ERA is now close to 6 or up there.
It's not getting down. No.
He's a little bit better than this, but as long as he's taking the ball every 5 days and he's giving you around 5 innings, that's what he's doing. So I know that's not worth the contract that he signed, obviously, but guess what? You better get used to it. Because if he can just stay healthy and he can give you innings and if he can give you quality starts about half of the time or 60% of the time, he's your 5th starter. Now, you might need a better 4th starter if that's the case, or Luzardo needs to be that much better, but that's Aaron Nola. So, I'm not even going to complain about it anymore. I almost feel like I have to take his back and I have to defend him after I saw all the slander out this weekend.
So I'm starting to get worried about him, John. Starting to worry about the guy.
Oh, so you're not as confident on Nola?
I'm starting to worry.
What, did his stuff doesn't play anymore because of his age and his velocity and his command?
Well, the command. Mm-hmm. You could be 92, but you could be 92 if you're hitting the spots. You can't be 92 down the middle of the plate.
And he just doesn't have life on the ball.
Yeah, it's tough to watch.
When he's good, he's got the bite on the breaking ball. He can get lots of swings and misses. He just doesn't have life on the ball. It's flat.
Yeah.
I don't know how you change that.
I don't know either. I was thinking maybe they can put him in the lab. They put Taijuan Walker in that you got last year at Taijuan Walker.
Man, they hid him last year. Well, he was like a 4-inning pitcher last year as a starter. That's what Nola's going to be.
$24 million for the next 4, boys. Better figure out something
after this year.
No.
2031. I think he's a free agent.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. He signed after 23, and this is the 3rd year. Yeah, there's 4 more.
The All-Star break, he's going to have. Yeah, the All-Star break, he's going to have a little phantom ankle injury, something.
Our old buddy Pat Egan said that he went on actually with me on a digital interview, and he said that he was going to. He tweeted it, but he said it again. He said that he was going to go on a Nola Lent, where he was going to stop watching. This was last year. He was going to stop watching Noah starts for the rest of his career. And, man, actually would be a good thing. Because, I give the Phillies a lot of credit. They're playing right now. Their offense is playing right now where they go behind 6-0. They don't care. They just slug their way back in. Man, you're not going to be able to do that all year.
So what Nola did really was galvanize the boys to a big offensive weekend. When you think about it.
Good way to look at it.
It's a leader. That's
Good
a
way to
veteran in the
look at it,
clubhouse.
Ray. All right, coming up, is the duo of Zach Wheeler and Chris Sanchez the best starting pitching duo for the Phillies since? Is it better than Halladay and Lee? That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's talk about my hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration. 3 offices now. Ballykinwood, Wayne, Lancaster. It does matter who you go to. If you're losing your hair, it matters who you go to. They've been changing lives and hairlines for over 30 years. 3 locations in the area. 610-831-HAIR, 610-831-HAIR. And I'm talking about all levels of hair loss. I had a hair transplant. Maybe you're saying, I don't want to get a hair transplant. I do want to stop losing my hair. That's why you go to Morgenstern Medical. That's why you go to Morgenstern Hair Restoration, because it's not always surgery. There's a lot of non-invasive options that actually work. 2026, there's science, and it does matter where you go. So don't trust Facebook and Instagram, and you see, oh, but this guy's shampoo, look at his hair now. No. Trust me, this is something that works, and if you want to get your hair back, you want to keep your hair, Morgenstern Hair Restoration, 610-831-HAIR. 610-831-HAIR, morgensternhair.com, Morgan with an E, morgensternhair.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Finally over 500. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance. With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Phillies swept the Pirates, won 6-0 yesterday. Zach Wheeler, 7 scoreless. The Phillies did a good job against Paul Skeens, roughing up 5 earned in 5 innings. Phillies now 24-23. They're 15-4 in their last 19 games. They return home for a series with the Reds tonight. Out at Aronimink over the weekend, Aaron Rai won his first major, winning the PGA Championship. We're 2 weeks away from June 1st, the big date in the NFL. What will happen with A.J. Brown? We had ESPN's Jeremy Fowler on Friday to talk about potential compensation back from the Patriots.
My best guess is that they've probably already agreed to something loosely. They can always tweak that or rework it, but they're probably getting a 1, maybe a future 1, maybe it's a 2028.
We'll keep you updated with anything that goes on with that. We'll also keep you updated on the Sixers President of Basketball Operations search that continues after the dismissal of Daryl Morey last week. This update's also brought to you by the Mine Safety and Health Administration. The Mine Safety and Health Administration reminds you that mining accidents and injuries are preventable. Stay alert and focused, and it can keep you safe. Take time, save lives. Visit mshot.gov. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, we're back. Middays with Marks. 97.5 The Fanatic. Quick shout out. Our buddy Tom Brandy, who his son Daniel won the knockout tournament this year.
Oh, yeah.
They came in the studio to get their trophy. We found out that Tom's actually a former WWF professional wrestler.
How about that?
Under Sal Sincere. He sent us an autograph. Look.
Sal Sincere. What a name.
Look at that body, man.
Look at
what a handsome fella.
Yeah, the wrestling figurine there.
He sent us a wrestling figurine of Sal Sincere, who described his attire, Sean. I'm showing it to the YouTube crowd right now.
All right, well, he's got the fedora. His theme is almost like a Miami-style gangster. So you got
early 90s Miami.
Yeah. So he's got like the pink tights, the one, what are those called?
He's got the pink wrestling tights, not the
but it's not
the shorts.
Yeah,
I don't know what they call them. They're just regular wrestling tights.
Speedo.
The Speedo.
There you go.
And pink knee pads.
Yeah.
Big white boots.
Dude,
he's got a fedora on that's pink and white.
If you're rocking anything pink, you got to be a badass. And he is. He was. Look at that.
Yeah, and his kids, by the way, because he had both kids win knockout tournaments. Only Daniel was here this year. The other one's at college. So, and he won before.
Who's on the back of that? Let me see on the back. Who you got on the back?
Dean Douglas, Steve McMichael, Ahmed Johnson, and Balls Mahoney.
Oh, Balls Mahoney. Was a big Balls Mahoney guy.
Ahmed Johnson, I think, slammed one of the big guys, and it was very impressive.
Nice.
Anyway, so thank you very much for sending
shout out
that
Tom.
in.
Yeah.
Shout out Tom. There you go. All right, Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler. Since Zach Wheeler's gotten back from the injury, 32 and a third, ERA under 2, 30 strikeouts, 7 walks, and he's really back. He was dominating yesterday. Chris Sanchez, complete game shutout. He's now 5-2 with a 1.82 ERA this season. Second in the league in strikeouts, you had said earlier, Sean. And this dude's just not doing it for this year. He was an all-star 2 years ago. Last year, he should have been an all-star team. He was unanimous second in the Cy Young. And the highest WAR in baseball. You know who's the highest WAR in baseball this year?
Is it him? Yeah.
He does. Lowest ERA. He has 10 starts. He comes out there every time. And he's dominating, man. He's really, really dominating. And he's got so Ozuna said before the game that, I don't know if he said it to him or he was yapping the real Muto about it, but he said he's going to hit a home run off him today. And Sanchez struck him out 4 times, 4 for 4 strikeouts.
Wow.
And he was like screaming and yelling at him during the first one. And then by the third one, he just had this crazy man smile. And by the 4th strikeout, he was just like sneering at him when he went into the dugout. He was pissed. The Pirates broadcaster was like, it's really weird the way he's reacting to the strikeout. He's not even smiling anymore. They were questioning, is he crazy after it? No, man, he ain't crazy. He's just good. And, man, he dominated on Saturday.
He's averaging 10-plus strikeouts per 9 innings. I know he had 13 this last outing against the Pirates, but you just go down the list, and this dude is incredible. And we were talking about this last week. I know I stumbled into it on Saturday. Look, we were in a very dark point of the season as far as it was, even though it was that early. But we're wondering who the heck was going to represent this team as far as the All-Star game is concerned with everything taking place here in Philadelphia. Well, I think we're going to have a couple representatives, and including Christopher Sanchez as far as the starting pitcher is concerned.
He may be starting the game.
Correct.
How he's pitching right now? You kidding me?
Yep.
He'll give up hits. I think he gave up 6 hits yesterday. We seen the game earlier this season. He had 13 hits in one of the games. He rarely walks anybody. The last 2 seasons, he had 44 walks each season. On the season, with 202 innings last year, 44 walks. That's incredible. Over a strikeout an inning. This year, well over a strikeout inning for a starting pitcher. And he goes out there, man, and it's been since Roy Halladay where it is for the Phillies for the most part. It's always like I'm ready to watch the Phillies. I know when Sanchez is starting, and I'm making sure that if I don't get to watch the first couple innings, I'm watching a DVR and I'm catching up. I love watching him go. Right, he's the best thing. He's better. Is he better right now than Wheeler as a Philly? Because that's pretty tough to beat.
Ooh, as a Philly, in terms of totality, still going to be Wheeler for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Wheeler as you know.
And it's totality because it's been more than just. This is the 3rd year for Sanchez, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's impressive, and you had me thinking with the whole duo.
All right, so what best starting pitching duo since when? And what's the criteria? Do we have to go 3-year window?
I mean, if we're doing a 3-year window, I don't think you're getting anywhere close.
All right, so Cliff Lee in Cliff Lee in 2011 was 17-8. 2012, he was 6-9 with a good ERA. 17-8 with a 2.4 ERA. 2012 was 6-9, but had a 3.16 ERA. And then in 2023, he was 14-8 with a sub-3 ERA, 2.87. Roy Halladay in those same 3 years. So Halladay wins the Cy Young in 2010 before Cliff Lee. And then in his second year, he was still 19-6 with a 2.35 ERA. So he had a great year. But then in 2012, he was 11-8 with a 4.49 ERA. And then he was just totally cooked and he was done in 2013. So if you're going same starting pitcher, same year for 3 straight years, Hamels is probably a better case, judge of a case as opposed to Halladay in those 3 years. I think Chris Sanchez and Zach Wheeler, if you include this year, it's the best 3-year run of starting pitchers, and it's not even really close. Because Halladay in year 2 wasn't good, and then Halladay year 3 was cooked. And Leadon joined him to his second year. Chris Sanchez this year, ERA, we talked about being under what it is. I mean, you look at last year and what he's been able to do. Look at the year before that. His ERA was 2.5. He led any pitcher in the league with WAR. 3.32 ERA the year before that. I mean, Jesus, he's a 3.4 ERA the year before that in 2023. This dude's on a bender right now.
I'd love to hear Ruben Amaro's take on that question. I wonder which way he's going. I don't think you can deny with what we're seeing right here, right now. And I know that could be prisoner of the moment stuff because those guys were pretty damn special night in, night out back in the day. But it's really fun to just sit back and you know what you're getting from Sanchez. We just went down the numbers. Wheeler, again, coming back. I was cautious, but he's delivered every single time he's taken the ball. I'd have a hard time picking anybody above these two right now. I really would.
All right, Wheeler in 2024, 2.57 ERA, won 16 games. Last year, 2.71 ERA, was 10-5. So far this year, he's 3-0, 1.99. Obviously, they have to pitch like this the rest of the year, and you know it's gonna even out a little bit. Man, and you know the other thing with that caliber starting pitching, and the fact that you have Luzardo, that's a high-end number 3 with his stuff. And then listen, Aaron Nola, I know he's struggling right now, but if he's the bottom of your rotation guy, I mean, geez, to not even have made another World Series is really disappointing. You're too good. You have Schwarber and Harper and Trey Turner, and you've went back downhill every year. You're too good, man. You're wasting franchise level starting pitching from these two players.
Best 1-2 punch in baseball. Dude lost a rib. You got Sanchez, who could very well be the starter in the All-Star game, and for my money, right here, right now, I think he will be. Really do. I mean, what? Skeens, okay, it is a Pennsylvania All-Star game, but don't you tend to throw the starter, a bone as far as representing the city?
If it works out as far as when they last pitched and things like that, yeah, of course you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skeens is amazing, and maybe he ends up winning the Cy Young or whatever. But that's the kind of season that they're having right now.
Well, this guy Aaron Rye won the PGA Championship yesterday, and he wears 2 gloves. He's kind of like in his own world.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, maybe I need to try 2 gloves. I think maybe we should, Aaron Nola, remove a rib.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Ray, what do you say? Could we make that happen? Nola removes a rib.
I'm in.
All right, cool.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sure.
At this point. Yep. All right. Fanatic deal of the week. Make this summer unforgettable at Maurice Piers. That's right. 1 same-day ride and water park combo tickets, $70. That's a deal. Unlimited rides on all 3 piers and access to both water parks for a whole day. You can get that deal, 975thefanatic.com/deals. I get I get July. It's not that far away, like you said earlier. Almost Memorial Day.
Oh, yeah. We're already here.
Me? All right, 610-632-0975. A lot of text line chatter from earlier, and we have some voice memos on the Phillies as well. But the booing at the Eagles chants at the PGA Championship really annoyed a lot of people. We talked about it earlier. And The Athletic did a poll with NBA players about obnoxious fans. Where did Philly rank? Does this story tie itself into each other? That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
The Eagles knew who they were playing, but
right, we're back. Middays with Marks, John, Sean, and yes, Ray. And, well, let's do this, because we talked about it earlier, Jason Dumis. And I'm not going to call him Jason Dumbass, which is what a lot of people have been saying that's what you should call him. No, I'm not going to be mean like that. He's got an opinion, and if he wants to put it out there and look like that he thinks that you're a mouth-breathing, hoagie mouth knuckle dragger, because that's what he's doing with his tweet.
Tell you what, though, with a name like that and you get into sports media, that's every response to it.
Yeah, I don't.
I know, I'm with you, but it's going to be tough for him.
No, I mean, listen, I'm not going to act like that I particularly like him, but I don't have any reason really not to like him. I can tell you just based on how he's come off and some things before. He very much when he tweets out the Eagles chants are tiresome, these golfers don't care. Philadelphians, I fear y'all letting that chant become your entire personality. In other words, aren't we better than an Eagles chant? Like, really? Because Jason's he's a Philadelphia guy. He's Action News, and does the sports for Action News, and fine. He's a Philadelphian. He's entitled to his opinion. But I don't know. Isn't that kind of our personality?
Damn, Don Bell ain't telling me to quiet down, right?
That's my point.
Deuces Rogers ain't telling me to calm down, right?
I don't know if cutting against the grain is an Action News type thing. Has it ever been? You know what I mean? Was Gary Papa turning heel back in the day, or Scott Palmer? No. All right, I get you're a reporter, and now you have social media, and the world's changed. I don't know, ripping people that love doing the Eagles chants everywhere. I don't really know if acting like you're bigger and better than that.
Yeah, and I would say from the standpoint of the golf, I'm with you, Jason, as far as yelling after the shot. I don't really care about the Eagles chant. They were doing the Eagles chant, if I'm not mistaken. Now, they probably popped up a lot, but majority of the time that I thought it took place this weekend was having fun at Jordan Spieth and Scotty Scheffler, who are both diehard Cowboy fans. So you can hear it from time to time. Oh, well, but the whole mashed potatoes and Baba Booey and getting the whole, those people,
I hate that too.
Jason, we could have got down. We would have agreed on that take, but not the Eagles chant.
Well, and by the way, he's not wrong in what he says. that I feel you're letting the chant become your entire personality. No, we're already there, Jason.
Yeah.
We're already there.
It is.
I like hearing Eagles chants. It makes me feel good.
It's the love language of a Philadelphia sports fan.
Very well said.
There you go.
As somebody that sounds like they've dealt with marriage counseling before, the love language.
I got the book. I didn't read it.
But you know about love language?
I know about the book, yes.
Right. I know a lot of people in the text line are probably mad because they don't like the Eagles chant either. They're better than it.
That's why it's weak and weird. Can't win in baseball or basketball, so we got to chant the one good team we have so we feel better about ourselves. LOL.
But it's our identity. It's how we if you're at a baseball game and the game's going crappy, you could just sit there and wait for it to be over, or you can do an Eagle chant. Do an Eagle chant. I don't know. I'm not disrespecting the Phillies. Ray, am I a big Phillies fan?
I don't know. It's really coming off like you might not be.
I love the Phillies. Phillies easily are probably as far as what they mean to me, Sean, the Phillies probably mean more to me than any of the other teams. Right? I like hearing, I'm not starting an Eagles chant at the Phillies games, but if I hear a Phillies chant or an Eagles chant, then I'm so good.
P-H-I-L-L-I-E-S Phillies.
Right. So if Phillies fans want to get that started at Eagles games, then I would be all for it, but it's not going to happen.
I don't think I've ever heard it one time in my life.
It's not a real chant.
No, we made that here.
No,
but it's almost
Please credit 97.5 Middays Marks.
You have to look at it this way. It's almost like saying aloha when you're in Hawaii, right? You say aloha, it's hi, it's goodbye, or whatever. It's like you say aloha, right? That's what you're doing with the Eagle chant. It's more or less you marking your territory as a Philadelphia sports fan. I'm not saying it's for everybody to do, but to have this stuck-up, nose-up approach like Jason Dumis does, to tweet out I feel y'all letting the chant become your entire personality. Screw the golf course and screw the golfers. I don't care if that's what they want to do over there rather than mashed potatoes or Baba Booey. Go for it. I don't know. The hell with the PGA Championship. They want to do Eagles chants. So if people are like, oh, those Philadelphians with the Eagles chants, God, they just they're so low class. So we're okay, this is what we are, okay? And I'm not going to apologize for it, Jason. Maybe you want to disassociate yourself with the Eagles chants in Philadelphia. It's fine. That's what you've done.
U-N-I-O-N Union. All right.
Do it. What's the Union chant?
Doop, doop,
Yeah, the doop.
Yeah, you also got the
Okay.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
And if they did that at Eagles games during a timeout, I would love that because that's cool.
That's so funny.
Do you not like that? I love when I hear the dupe song.
Again, it's just like the time and place for it. Like I feel like I only hear the Eagles chant when they're down 7 runs and I'm already annoyed. So that's probably why I associate with
You'll
that.
hear it more than that.
We had a texter that was like, no, you guys haven't been out in public in a long time. An Eagles chant will start to matter the scenario. It could be Game 7, bottom of the ninth, tie game of the World Series. You'd hear an Eagles chant.
Could be at a
Doesn't matter.
bar. Yeah, could be at a bar.
A bar.
Could be on
I'm
the
in
street.
that. Yeah, I'm in on bar.
Yeah.
The subway, a lot of times.
Okay,
you know, you got the one guy that's got the little brown bag going. He's like, you know what I'm about to do in here?
That's it.
But here's my question. So, like, what's the problem with it? Is it really like we really that low class doing an Eagle chant? You like Jason Dumis is too smart. He's too cool for an Eagle chant.
Y'all.
I don't know, man. I mean, last time I checked, I waited my entire life for the Eagles to become good. And now they're good. They're not just good, they're great. They're winning multiple Super Bowls over 10 years. And I got to apologize to a guy like Jason Dumis, who's a native of this city, because there's Eagles chants outside of Eagles games. So what? I mean, geez, like, enjoy your life, man. Stop being so bitter towards everything. God, but it was at a golf course. So what? I'm glad they did it at a golf course. Are we in Philadelphia? Yeah, you'll hear Eagles chants all over the place. Isn't it what we're known for?
Yes.
All right, number one thing, if someone that knows anything about sports, so we'll take the non-sports fan out of it, what would you say that they would bring up about Philly?
Eagles.
The Eagles.
Yep.
Not even Rocky anymore. Because
Nope.
you would have to be 45 years old to even care about Rocky.
Eagles.
Ray?
Yeah, probably the Eagles.
So let's lean into it. You know, like people, like the whole thing of like, oh, no one likes us, we don't care. Oh, we care. Trust me, we care.
Yeah.
Stop saying that we don't care.
Oh, I don't care.
We do care. No, those people, we do care. And you care first. I don't know. Ray, you're against it, but you don't want to fight about it because you're afraid of the mob getting you on social media.
Not really. I think the mob's on my side.
What, that it's stupid?
Yeah, I think the mob would take my
Well, give
side
me
on
more
that.
text messages on it.
Yeah, we got more of a golf aficionado that's upset about it. If it was, I went to PGA and the Eagles chants were ridiculous. It was all day long at Scotty. Do we really hate Scotty that much? It was probably funny the first 100 times. Scotty hit his shot short on 18 on Saturday, and some dude yelled, Dak Prescott sucks at him. I think you guys might have a different opinion if you were actually there. If it was just once like you guys are making it out to be, I would agree. I could hear the chants all over the course all day. Scotty got it when he teed off on 18. Then again when he got to the green, it's too much.
And you know what? I'll agree with him 100%. And that's why I don't go. I don't need to hear it. That's why I don't typically go to games. I don't need to hear it. Well, but what you're doing is no. Go ahead, Ray. You can speak.
I was gonna say, wait. You're telling us game etiquette. Now you're telling us that the etiquette you're approving of is the reason why you're not at the game.
I'm telling you that every time that he would tee off at a golf, especially if I'm a golf fan and they're doing Eagles chants, it would probably be annoying. I'm not telling you when I don't go to games that the fans aren't annoying. All right, of course they're annoying. But get like. We're trying to deny what is true. That's all we care about. We love our other teams, and we want the other teams to win. It's all about EAGLES Eagles.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's something you got to keep in the back of your mind as far as wagering is concerned. If you're going to back Scotty Scheffler and he's playing in Philly, he's going to hear that all
He's
day.
not winning anything.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, coming up. Eagles say, is it a problem? Ray thinks it's a problem. Okay, Ray, do you think
it's a problem?
Do you think you're better than the Eagles fans? What exactly is
I'm
it?
better. I'm just sitting there. It's like whenever it happens, it's happening at a game because the game's not going well. And it's like, you know how bad this game's going? Now we got the guy behind me doing the Eagles chant because he wants to remind himself something good's in his life. And you know what? Good for him. But for me, I'm just miserable in that moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, last game I went to, there was this annoying guy sitting behind me that kept yelling at the outfielders like, hey, Marsh, why don't you cut your hair? And it's like,
right.
3 people laughed when he said it, but it was a nervous laughter. Like, shut up. But then he had other material. I know. I hate those people.
When I'm on the subway and somebody starts the Eagles chant, it's great. It's a nice moment of community. When it started while my team's getting its ass kicked, I'm not exactly as thrilled about it.
All right, 610-632-0975. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Finally over 500. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies with the big sweep of the Pirates over the weekend out in Pittsburgh. Won 6-0 on Sunday. Zach Wheeler went 7 scoreless. The Phillies got 5 runs off of Paul Skeens. They're now 24-23, 15-4 in the last 19. Bryce Harper after the game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that thought ever crossed our mind that we were the team. Just got to keep going, keep doing what we're doing. We're a really good baseball team, and just got to keep rolling.
Chance to keep rolling tonight against the Reds as the 3-game set opens up at Citizens Bank Park. Out at Aronimink this weekend, the PGA Championship, Aaron Rai won his first major. Looking to the NFL, we're 2 weeks away from June 1st. Will we get the end to the A.J. Brown saga? Jeremy Fowler joined us on Friday, said he looks at it as a potential future first-round pick for A.J. Brown in compensation for the Eagles. And the Sixers have their president of basketball operations search continuing on following the dismissal of Daryl Morey last week. This update is brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen until you crash? Click it or ticket, paid for by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high. And watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly. On the road to victory. Everybody! E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Yeah, that's awesome. That's us. Lean into it. Don't be like Dumis and be scared of it. Lean into it. Okay, is it annoying? Sure. We're annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Are we annoying? Jesus, you have no idea how annoying we are, especially when they're good. Holy cow. And the Eagles have been good. So we're going to be annoying. But did you know that the Eagles fight, so I say this all the time, Jeffrey Lurie brought it back after he bought the team. Robert thinks that in 1984 with Marion Campbell and Norman Brayman, there was no Fly Eagles Fly. There was no There was no song. They didn't do it. I didn't grow up with this song. It was there, but they didn't use it for a long time. And then when they brought it back, that's when it was like, this is awesome. I went to plenty of games you weren't doing, and that's really where the Eagle chant comes from, is the end of it. I don't ever remember doing an Eagles chant until after that. Seriously. So think about it. Everybody like this isn't, I mean, all right, that's a lot of years, but still, like in my lifetime, I grew up without the Eagles chant. That wasn't something, Sean. All of my children by 2 years old were doing the Eagles chant, and I have it on video. You know what I mean? So it becomes ingrained in us.
Absolutely, I have that. I'm just reading up the history of the song. Like, I wasn't even aware of like the history of the fight song, and I love it. The fact that now it's Wikipedia. A good friend of the program, damn it, Bobby Mancher. Yeah, the Eagles pep band did many events with the great Bobby.
Bobby's a great dude.
It said the song came back into light in 1997 when Bobby Mancher, founder of the unofficial Eagles pep band, asked team management to allow the band to play in the parking lot during home games. Management gave Mancher's pep band an audition, allowed him to play 2 preseason games to gauge fan interest. Song went over so well that Mancher and the band retained a permanent position as the Philadelphia Eagles pep band. Nice work by Bobby there. I did not know that.
And that's where it started.
How about that?
Because I was trying to think when, because I knew it was Ray Rhodes, around Ray Rhodes, and it was before Andy Reid, but it was right before Andy Reid. Like you had said right there, they didn't start doing it in games, because I remember going to all those Dallas games under Ray Rhodes, and there was no Eagles chance. There was Dallas sucks. That was a big part of it, but you're at the vet, and there's so much going on. There wasn't, because think about it. When would you ever, if you were doing a pep rally, or you do a lot of emceeing live like things, and as do I. You do beer things.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing if you're going out to a live watch party? You're doing an Eagles event. What are you doing?
Eagles chant?
At least a couple of times.
Oh, hell yeah.
At least, and you got to sing the song. Everybody knows the song.
Damn right.
Right.
There's some remixes out there. You can even mix those in. You slide in some Eye of the Tiger. Keep it moving. Oh yeah, let's go.
There's the guy on YouTube that's how my Bella learned the Eagles fight song, because he does it in a way where it's easy for them to pick up. It's like phonics, and it's actually really catchy, and it's awesome. So now she knows it, and that's how we learn the Eagles fight song. Like you could see, like I'm teaching these children early, right?
That's it.
I'm not like Jason. If Jason Dumis has kids, he'll just act like that there's no Eagles fight song.
I had to be taught early. You know, I had the Giants mom.
Oh,
Giants
your
fan
dad had
mom.
to.
Yeah, so he had to win the propaganda war. So it was
The
similar.
propaganda war.
It was absolutely a propaganda war.
During the 1970s, a band called the Eagle Airs played the Eagles fight song from the dugout at the vet. How about that?
Give me some more Eagles chants at non-Eagles games that Nate grabbed, because everybody gets so mad. No one actually wants to argue about it, but I'm sure the text line's littered with people that hate me right now. All right, what do we have here, Ray?
This is at the Yankees-Phillies game from last July.
All right.
Now that we say have to come up here and fail to make the adjustments, because why would I make
That's in New York, right?
I believe that was, yeah.
Okay, so
That's good. We like that.
So if you're saying home games is disrespectful to the Phillies, I totally disagree. But you tell me on the road you don't want to hear that?
Oh, you absolutely want to hear
How
that.
could you not want to hear that? That's us taking over.
Yeah.
In New York, by the way.
Give me Madison Square Garden. I remember this, 2023.
2:14 to go in the first. Miles Deuce McBride, number 2, has checked in.
Oh, I guess that's not a real sports town because Eagles fans are doing chants. Oh, maybe the Knicks just weren't very good back then. Or the Sixers were having their number. Oh, it's not a great sports town because they're doing Eagles chants. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm right there with you. I have no issues with it. Now, it would be funny if you were at that golf course yesterday and you did hear it happen all, after too long. Maybe that might have got old, but at the end of the day, man.
Oh, I'm sure it got real old.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Sorry.
All right, so I saw somebody put this out on social media. His name's Phil. And because you know what happened last night? The Pistons not only lost, they lost. But they were down by 30-some points at one point. So James Harden's in the Eastern Conference Finals, but he was terrible last night too. Really, Cleveland won last night because the Pistons totally crapped themselves, including Tobias Harris.
How about that?
Tobias Harris over me. In 23 minutes last night, he only played 23 minutes because they were down by 30 in the fourth quarter. Tobias Harris turned back in Tobias Harris. 0 for 6 from the field, 5 total points, a minus 23 in 23 minutes. Would the real Tobias Harris please stand up? Now, I'm typically not the guy that would want to rub it in somebody's face that roots for people after they leave here. And I saw that Phil put out there, and I think it's an interesting take. Sixers fans, you're piling on Tobias Harris again. Like, move on. I have. He hasn't played here in 2 damn years. All right, Phil, you know why I'm not moving on? Because he hasn't moved on. He's the one that's bitter at us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got booed. You were making almost $40 million a year to not be a great player. Take your money and leave. But when he came back, when he got the boos, he put his hand up to his ear. He was more or less being like, let's go, Philly fan. I'm good, and I'm going to beat you. And you know what? All right. You know, the Sixers haven't had a lot of success, Tobias, with or without you. But guess what? You win another decisive playoff game without getting a shot. Scrub.
He went 2 made shots combined in game 6 and 7. He was a difference maker. I think he was averaging 19 points per game throughout the course of the playoffs, all the way up into game 5, 6, and 7. And then I think it was like 10 something, just a shade over 10 points per game. Yeah, Tobias Harris did not have a good playoff run when they needed him, and no surprise.
Good signing by Detroit because he had a good year.
He did.
But are you piling on? Are you rubbing it in that he lost? Did it feel good that they lost and he didn't get a shot?
It felt, yeah, I was absolutely more for Cleveland winning as far as that is concerned with James Harden versus Tobias. But unfortunately, I thought that the Knicks would get a better matchup from the Detroit Pistons, bigger bodies, all that, but that's not the case. And we'll see what Cleveland could do, but it seems like that the Knicks are going to be at the NBA Finals.
Yes, it does.
Which stinks.
Ray? Oh, man. But truth serum, because I don't know what it says about me. And this is almost like an open, honest conversation. I don't know what it says about me, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was looking at the box score and being like, he still hasn't hit a shot.
If you're a bad guy for that, Johnny Marks, I'll open up the gates of hell for you. I loved it. Oh man, they go up 2-0 in the series. Third game he has 20+ points. Since that point in the series, 10 points per game, 28% from the field. He's shooting 18%. Give him way too much credit from 3. He stunk the way we tried to warn Detroit about this time and time again. Hey, good for him. He had a nice season. And you know what? I'm sure someone in the Detroit media is going to write the story. Well, he was guarding the other team's best player. He's tired. It's tough to ask to do more offensively, you know? Look at where his contract's at. He's only a third option here. He's only a second option here.
That's true.
What can you expect from the guy? You can expect nothing when it counts. Absolutely nothing. Go take your freaking cigar, shove it in your mouth down there in Cancun with the rest of us. You didn't get out of the second round again. And you know what? I'm happy for James Harden. Because you know what he got? He got to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he got there on the backs of going against a team that has Tobias Harris. And he deserves that after having to be teammates with Tobias Harris.
James Harden is a Hall of Fame player. I don't like him, but he was actually really good for the Sixers.
Oh, yeah.
He had 30+ points in that series against the Celtics. Now, he also disappeared in the decisive game.
Yeah,
but we know that.
And he did it again last night,
And he did it again last night. Yeah, he have 9 points last night, or not even that much? But, really, the story was Detroit. And the indictment on Detroit isn't Tobias Harris. It's the fact that they need him to be a real number 2 option, which he's not. But he thinks he's a number 2 option, or he wants to be treated like that. Because that was the whole, they would trade me for a crumb cookie.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to find a 6'9" forward that shoots 40% from 3. You can guard the other team's best player. Those guys just don't grow on trees. Casual fans would trade me for a crumble cookie.
It's the casual fans.
He only had 5 more points than the crumble cookie last night. Him and the crumble cookie made the same amount of shots from the field.
Harden in Game 5 scored 30. Game 6 scored 23, and in Game 7 he finished with 9. He played 43 minutes in Game 5. 37, and he's not a great defender by no means, but he's a big body, and he's not scared to go up and body somebody either.
Who just came out over the weekend? Because Harden fell on the ground, and his sweaty body didn't get wiped up, and one of his teammates fell on the wet spot of the court. But someone came out after that, who was it, and said that in practice, Harden was so skilled at baiting and drawing fouls, he would practice it. And at practice, he would do that. They'd play one-on-one, and the whole idea for Harden was to bait fouls, and that's what he worked on it. And dude, if you're going to shoot 90% from the foul line and you can get 12 free throws a game, guess what? You're going to score a lot of points.
Yep.
And that was his game. Paul Pierce, excellent at getting shot a high percentage of free throws, very good at drawing fouls. and he could shoot threes. They could just a very crafty, good player.
I'm watching him from Game 6. He from the 3-point line. He jumps up and kicks his feet out, trying to get a foul called, and he falls down, and that's where the sweat is on the 3-point line. I think Dean Wade is the guy you're looking for. Awkwardly slips on the sweat left by James Harden.
So it happened. I knew I read it.
I didn't see this. This is hysterical. Yeah, look, James Harden, hell of a player, hell of a talent, one of the best scorers of all time, no doubt about it. But, yeah, a guy that if you're going to depend and you need to step up in a big moment, good luck. It's just the same way I view Tobias Harris. And we'll see what he has against the Knicks. It's not going to be easy. But, man, Cleveland has some good names, good size. I don't know. I'm intrigued, but it's another spot where the Knicks.
I didn't even check the series odds.
Well, remember what the Knicks were able to get from the Sixers, right? They were able to get a Sixers team that went to 7 against Boston. Well rested, ready to go. And then what happens now? Same thing. Shakes out for them. They're rested, ready to go.
Which is important to them because they had some guys banged up.
Yeah, sure. And now you have a team in Cleveland that just played 7-game series. Oh, dude, that is hysterical. Yeah, his own teammate runs out there and just completely slips on the sweat left by Harden, who kicked his foot out trying to get a call. Great stuff.
All right. There you go. I had something else to add on it, but now I'm forgetting. Oh, no, just so you'd mentioned the rest that the Knicks got. When was the last time the Flyers played a game?
Last Saturday.
Yeah, it was.
It feels even longer than that, doesn't it?
It was pointed out to me over the weekend that it had been just a week.
Game 7 of the Carolina hasn't played.
No.
Game 7 is tonight. Carolina's not going to play until when? Wednesday? That's an extended period of time off, man. It's almost 2 weeks.
It is crazy. It's like 40 games and 40 nights type deal. We got the postseason takes forever. It just takes forever.
All right. Brian in Philly has something. He doesn't like Eagles chants at other games. Brian, go ahead. How are you?
Hey, guys. Yeah, I've been going to all 4 Philly sports teams for a while. I'm in my 50s now. And from my experience, the Eagles chants at the Philly Flyers Sixers games are just, I don't like them. They're disrespectful. 99 times out of 100, if you're going to hear it, it's because the fans are upset with the team. Harper struck out, and all of a sudden you get an Eagles chant. And it's meant as kind of like a stick at the team, and I don't like it. I wish the fans didn't do it.
Or are they getting bored? No, but hold on. It's because you're right. If it's the 7th inning and the Phillies look like they did earlier in the season and their offense is futile, you're going to get some Eagles chants. But so, I get it. They're using it but I think they're also bored too when they're doing it. I don't know if they're trying to take a shot at the team more than they're just bored. I don't know. Go ahead.
I again, from my experience, I feel like it's a shot at the team. And I don't like it. And with respect to the golf course, I think it's kind of funny to hear it once or twice. The only thing with the golf course is I love when Philly gets events like this. It makes us look good, generally speaking. And even though it may not be our take, if it's going to make the stodgy golf community not want to come back here, then I think that's a shame, right?
I think that's
and so I think, sometimes you have to play up to the surrounding circumstances.
No, that's a good point.
I appreciate that, Brian, no doubt. But at the end of the day, man, every one of those golfers stepped up and were just singing our praises. We represented yet again. Philadelphia knows how to do a golf tournament, man. Last year with the Truist, and then this one, even bigger. Obviously, crowds coming through.
Look great.
Justin Thomas raved about Philadelphia and has said, look, we need to figure out to make Philadelphia a yearly stop. Scotty Scheffler even sung our praises. Man, we bring the juice. We bring the juice. It's bleeping golf. Realize that. It's a golf tournament. Slow. It's boring for a lot of people. Not when they come to Philadelphia. We bring the juice.
Yeah, it looked great. Everything. I'm not telling you I watched any of it. I didn't, but
Aaron Rye, the guy who won it, he's an Englishman. Yep. And he came away saying that he's now a Philadelphia Eagles sports fan.
Because we were so nice to him.
That's right.
You see that? The winner realizes who he needs to say. He didn't say the Phillies.
Now, I don't know what his schedule looks like in October, but we need him over there at Tottenham Stadium.
Yes.
Supporting his Eagles against the Jaguars.
Yeah. I like that.
Philly sports trips, maybe, invite him out.
Aaron Rye actually lives in Jacksonville. How about that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he's not a Jag fan, though. He said he's an Eagle fan now.
It's going to be tough to get him to England, though.
So I'm willing to negotiate here. I'm okay with doing it in other games, but it needs to make sense. I don't think it's disrespectful to the Phillies if you're doing an Eagle chant at the Phillies game. I really, really don't.
There are times it could be.
I hear you. I don't disagree with it totally.
Yes, I'm with you on that.
I don't disagree with it totally. It's interesting. Like at a golf course, it's like the people are going to say, "Well, we're not coming back here because of these hoagie mouth Eagles fans that won't stop cursing and doing Eagles chants."
Didn't see that once.
I didn't hear that on TV.
Nope, did not see it once.
No one said it.
And somebody else was out there, saying that, pepper in my timeline. Who the hell said it on Saturday? I forget.
No, but to your point, and this is for Dumis or anybody else that's complaining about the Eagles chants, like, we consume a lot of sports content, and like whether video or written or whatever, I haven't heard anything negative about. In fact, everybody was saying how great it was.
Yeah.
That's what you hear, and I'm talking national, not local people.
Yeah, true story. And there were people out there floating the idea of like, oh yeah, man, it's kind of a boring tournament, which the course was really difficult, so everything was jumbled up. Not a lot of people were getting birdies or anything like that. Everyone was playing very cautious. It's a major. That's the way you should play it. But if people were like, oh, the beers are going to be flowing down. Philadelphia is really going to shine great on Saturday. And we did. We did. So shut up, whoever said that.
Yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you.
People loved it.
Daryl Morey being discussed on a podcast with Brian Windhorst and was it Tim McMahon of ESPN, and they were talking about that because Sean Bernard and some other people are like, Daryl Morey, like, he shouldn't have gotten fired. So the national people have now weighed in. Locally, we're like whatever, gone. Nationally, you had some people early on. We have Ramona Shelburne on, who I respect a lot. She's an NBA expert, but her initial reaction was, what did you want Daryl to do? I don't know, like win after 6 years being here. I don't know, like not go backwards, not make bad trades, not sign Joel Embiid, not sign Paul George. I don't know, like what did I want him to do? I wanted to get to an Eastern Conference final. I wanted to win. But Windhorst and McMahon are talking about Morey. Listen.
I had an agent tell me one time, Daryl maybe has the highest IQ of any of the NBA executives and one of the lowest EQs. And that was an agent who went many rounds with him on things.
Daryl's arrogance has backfired on him repeatedly over the years. He rubs people the wrong way. And I would say his biggest failings as a basketball decision maker is he's never been a guy who valued or even frankly considered the human element. Like he does not believe in like basketball.
And he wouldn't maybe say it that bluntly, but he would sort of say that.
Yep. Yeah, no real surprise. I'm excited for the Bob Myers era.
I am too. So I would like to hear from Daryl Morey. Is there any chance that like we're going to hear from him? Is this no? Yeah.
I would say no. Right?
Ooh, I think at some point there's got to be an analytics conference coming up. Someone will take.
Yeah, but like he's not taking out a full page ad in the Inquirer. He's not doing a billboard. He's not putting out a statement. I mean, I don't know. Isn't the smart thing to do to say like, thank you, we didn't achieve our goal, but I felt like we gave it our best shot, and good luck to the Sixers and everything else. Like, isn't that what you do?
Wait a minute. If those are your two of the bigger insiders as far as NBA is concerned, right? They represent ESPN, two big voices, and that is what they're saying, then yeah, I think Daryl Morey needs to have some people on the inside, or as far as PR is concerned, help him out.
Yeah, but Daryl hears the first part of that cut where he says, I got the highest IQ, and Daryl's cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks it's good. He's like, he called me smart.
Right.
He said I'm the smartest guy.
I mean, we're not.
That agent's not that bright.
Nobody's perfect, right? But at the end, man, if you're trying to get another gig, like you might have to change some things.
Windhorst said he lacks the EQ, the emotional part of it, and he's right, because you would see the value in on the way out the door to be like, hey, listen, I didn't accomplish my goal. He doesn't have to take blame or anything like that. He just has to say like, hey, I gave it my shot. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, no.
Good luck to good luck to the Sixers. I'll be rooting for them.
Yeah.
Oh,
two contracts he gave out. Nice work, Daryl.
Right, but like dude, he was making a lot. He made a lot of money here to do a whole hell of a lot of nothing. Right? Be grateful for it. You know why he's not going to do that? Because he feels like he got screwed and it's not his fault and he is the smartest guy. And you bring in this Bob Myers guy and roll my eye, Bob Myers and whatever. When the reality is Daryl Morey, I mean, did he even acquire James Harden? What is on his resume, Daryl Morey?
Yeah, he did. Because he traded Ben Simmons.
No, the first time. The first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's made his career. He He literally was tied to James Harden until James Harden, he wouldn't give James Harden a multi-year contract extension. I believe the ownership said, no, we're not doing that.
Remember, Sam said he revolutionized the game of basketball.
Oh, please. Give me a break.
Gotta get Sam on the show tomorrow to back that take up.
What Morey, the equivalent of Morey, because he did revolutionize basketball, more or less the 3-point became a big thing because that's when analytics got to it. You know who screwed Major League Baseball and what they had to dig themselves out of a hole?
Who?
All the nerds. All the Ivy League nerds. And I'm not talking about Theo Epstein, but I'm talking about the non-baseball guys that said, hey, here's how you win. It's very boring, but I can have a roster like the Tampa Bay Rays or the Oakland A's, and I can do it based on on-base percentage and advanced analytics. And look, I can win 90 games. I'm not going to win a World Series, but I can be competitive and make the playoffs with a small payroll. They screwed baseball because there was no action. There was a home run, there was a walk, or there was a strikeout. There was no action within the game. Morey's done the same thing with the three-pointer. It's killed the game. The game sucks. There's nothing other than three-pointers, at least the Daryl Morey game. And he constructed his roster like he was building a team 10 years ago. That's not the way they're constructing it. That's not the way Sam Presti's trying to do it. So, he tried it a way he should have tried it 7, 8, 9 years ago. And it failed. Goodbye. And you'll never – you think we're going to see a letter to the fans or saying goodbye or any acknowledgement?
I don't think so.
Have you ever heard the term Morey ball? I've never heard that before. Morey ball. Yeah.
Is that something he tried to start? Seriously, it would be his idea. Like, oh, we should call it this, or he'd get some nerd out there that would say, and he'd be like, yeah, go with that, Morey ball. I like that. I'm so glad he's out of here.
Deep team.
610-632-0975. I want to get pumped up for the Phillies because they're back at it tonight. Also, Stephen A. Smith and Jaylen Brown. Oh man, Jaylen Brown had some words. Stephen A. had a rebuttal. Oh! That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 975.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
They're over 500. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies returning home for a series against the Reds that begins tonight. Over 500 thanks to a sweep of the Pirates over the weekend out in Pittsburgh. Zach Wheeler, Christopher Sanchez, both fantastic on the mound, going to combine 16 innings and not allowing a run. The Phillies were able to get 5 runs off of Paul Skeens yesterday. Now sitting at 24-23, 15-4 in their last 19 games. Going out to Aronimink in the Philadelphia area here. The PGA Championship wrapped up yesterday with Aaron Rai winning his first major. In the world of football, we had Jeremy Fowler from ESPN on Friday to talk about the potential A.J. Brown deal and the compensation the Eagles should expect.
My best guess is that they probably already agreed to something loosely. They can always tweak that or rework it, but they're probably getting a 1, maybe a future 1, maybe it's a 2028.
We'll keep you updated as we're just 2 weeks away from June 1st. We'll also keep you updated on the Sixers president of basketball operations search, see what exactly they have in store for that role. This update is brought to you by the National Traffic and Highway Safety Administration. You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen until you crash? Click it or ticket paid for the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
97.5, The Fanatic, John, Sean, Ray, Ricky, and Bill coming up at 2 o'clock. Want to hear what Ricky has to say after a nice weekend of baseball. Phillies get the sweep.
Do we get any of the audio from the Grillo's Pickles?
We are trying to find that commercial anywhere that's not television.
Really? I'll have Sean send.
Yeah.
Sean has YouTube.
I could have got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Maybe the producer should have technology like Sean does, which is just
a YouTube TV password. I could give it to you.
All right. There you go.
Yeah, sounds good. If you could rewind it all the way back. I have YouTube TV. I just can't get all the way back.
We saw, so Ricky Bo's on a pickle commercial, and it just started in heavy rotation because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there's two.
Before today.
It went back to back.
There's two separate ones? Or
yeah, two separate ones.
There are. And who's in the commercial?
Man, that burger looks so good. It's Ricky. It is Michael Barkan and Ben Davis.
Oh, Ben. Oh, so the whole crew's in there.
A little three-way action.
Did Ruben get left out? I mean, did they? I mean, maybe he was away.
You know,
I don't know. I'm sure it could grow from there.
What's up with Grillo's Pickles? Why are they the big one?
I saw pickles and Wegmans are $11.
Dude, everything is just ridiculously expensive. Gas over $5. I saw $5 gas. $5.
$5 for a jar of pickles at the Italian Market Festival yesterday.
$35?
$35. I don't
you
know
didn't
if they
buy.
cured. No, absolutely not. I spent enough on other stuff.
No, kid. The only reason I even noticed it was on sale. It had the little yellow tag underneath it. It was $1 cheaper. The original price. It's like a smaller company that makes these special pickles that are. I mean, I don't know what they're doing for $13, but
dude, a bag of
I love
chips.
pickles.
A bag of chips the other day was like $5.60. Like what? Come on, man.
A big bag.
Yeah, the big bag, but the
Party
big,
size.
The big bag wasn't normally that much. I don't know.
No.
What's going on? We gotta go the right way, man. We gotta turn this thing around here.
Well, can the Phillies turn it around?
Yeah.
Andrew Painter on the mound tonight, going up against a guy that has an ERA of 8.68. How about that, as Ray would once say?
Now, I might be wrong about this. I feel like Lodolo had a solid start against the Phillies last year.
Did he?
Big feel fact on that one.
Nick Lodolo? Oh, he probably did. Is he left-handed?
He is a lefty.
No, that's why.
Does your how about that luck? Does it work? Like, get rid of the luck. Could I get that? Could we get that on the board? How about that?
I don't know why it should already be on there.
It should be, yeah. Like, what's Ray? Does that work? Get rid of the luck part, right?
Yeah, not like see, that's part of the problem with how he said it. If you're just tuning in, Ray did the Union game on Saturday, and he gave us a how about that. Can we hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
How
Ray.
about that?
Come on.
Because it's not used to where it can be used on the drop board as easily as the
how about that?
Because that was post goal, and he was looking for something to say. So it's like, how about that? This is Ray's a minute left in the game, and he's like, "Uh-oh, I got to get the how about that in." Here's how it sounds.
How about that luck for the Union right there?
How about that? Yeah.
All right, let me hear it. Just clip it and just how about that? I just want to hear it in its entirety separately.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, it works.
It works.
Yeah.
It works enough.
You'll be calling another game soon.
Yeah, you also got the actual crowd noise in the back. There's a little bit of a different in terms of the how about that was a little bit cleaner because the crowd mix wasn't exactly the same as Subaru Park.
What's the next game you got? Where we got?
I don't know.
ESPN Plus? Are we talking some?
I got nothing on the docket right now. Nothing.
He's a free agent.
He's got a summer, man. It's busy year's basketball seasons when he starts ramping up.
Well,
or you can reach out to Ray if you're looking to.
You do college football?
I would.
Do you do bat mitzvahs and sweet 16s?
Not really my style, no.
All right. So what do we have? Do we have the Jaylen Brown? Because now Jaylen Brown, everybody knows he streams, and he's like, oh, so if I speak my mind on the stream, everybody's looking for it, then it gets played out there, so I can more or less have my own show by doing this. This is last night, Jaylen Brown talking about Stephen A.
Stephen A. Stephen A, Stephen B, Stephen C. Like, my offer still stands. You want me to be quiet and stop streaming? Well, I want you to be quiet and get off these networks because you're not using your platform to do real journalism. You're using your platform to use clickbait.
I mean, he's not wrong with that. Yeah, but Jaylen, no one thinks he's a real journalist.
No. Yeah, we're past.
Everybody realizes what it is.
He's just a.
Yeah, it's like a TV show.
Yeah, that's it.
He's Bob Woodward or anything. All right, so do you have Stephen A's response? Here's Stephen A on First Take today.
But in the end, Jaylen Brown, be careful what you wish for.
You really want me to start reporting on that level? You understand? Locker room, how the organization might think about you, how the city may feel about you, how Jason Tatum may or may not have feel about you. Sneaker deals, endorsement deals, the list goes on and on. The season is over, bro. You on Twitch trying to do what I do and talking about me needing to step away. It makes no sense. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm simply making the point that it is not wise, after 24 hours of having your season over in the first round, for you to be coming out talking about that's your favorite season. It ain't the smartest thing in the world to do.
Yep. If I was Jaylen Brown, I would end it there. He's probably not going to.
No, he's so out of his league.
But there was no name calling. I had read that he had made fun of his studio or his production. He's saying you're making too much damn money not to have a more professional setup.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Ray in his parents' bedroom doing it's better than that, but you know what I mean.
It should be a little bit better.
Well, that was a knockout right there. I mean, the referee has to kind of come over and stop it. There's no standing 8 count.
You better stop. You better stop, Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
This could get ugly for you.
Yep.
You don't want, and I love it. Again, this is why Stephen A. always pulls me back in.
No, but Stephen A's, he's right in that, like, hey, the season's over. Like, you can have your say about me, and then, like, that's it. And then, like, we both kind of, and that's it. But Jaylen Brown's, he's not interested in doing that. Now he realizes that everybody's like, wow. He's like, so when I talk, people are listening, and he gets put out there, and then he responds back to it. So is Jaylen Brown going to be the next guy? It's like, oh, when he retires, he's going to replace Kenny. Or he's going to replace Shaq on inside the NBA. Like, that's a world I don't want to live in.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen to him trying to attack Stephen A. there. I mean, that's a Jamie Moyer fastball you threw at him.
Ooh. He could learn, though.
He could.
He could get better.
If he's going to get deeper into this beef, he better get better, because that was not a good shot, Stephen A. Stephen A., Stephen B., Stephen C. And while I have my here for 1 second, Paul Pierce, to hell with you, too. All right? You know, Paul Pierce is doing that whole, you never hear a Celtics say that a season was a success. We'll talk about Joel Embiid. I know we had the audio last week of that. Jaylen Brown is now defending himself for him saying it was his favorite year of basketball when they lost a 3-1 lead to the Sixers. Paul Pierce said, a Celtic would never say that. That's not the Celtic way. A Celtic's literally saying that right now and continuing to double down on his defense of himself.
That's true.
Yep.
It's pathetic.
You know, it is pathetic. You're 100% right. No, like Pierce is lucky he made a lot of money playing basketball, because I don't think he can rely on the Barkley post career doing media.
No, he tried. Remember,
he did, and he got. what happened? He was in a strip club. Or
hey,
something.
Let me put this on Instagram.
And he was married, right?
Yeah, it just wasn't a good look.
No, he's not married anymore.
Oh no, that's funny.
What, the owner of Disney didn't like that as a good look?
Yeah, that's probably. And I don't think it was the only time.
Coming up, YouTube chat recap and your phone calls and your text messages. Middays and Marks 97.5.
The Phillies are red hot.
like the scammers different than the scammers on. I don't get a lot of Instagram people that are trying to like this guy. I don't know who this person is, but I thought it was like a listener. And then it's like they got a message. I'm like, all right, I don't think this is legit. And then he's like telling me like, haven't you gotten this yet? And I'm like, all right, I got someone scamming him, but I just want to block him and get him out of here.
Yeah, that's what you do.
All right.
Whatever you do, don't call them back or don't email them. Or
Yeah, that's weird too. All right, I blocked him.
the scammers are really good. I mean, that's why you got to take care of your folks. You know, any person that could be swindled. Let's just put it that way. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yep.
There's some
Like
good.
her.
There's some good people out there scamming. They're really good at what they do. I mean, you get those text messages. Like you're like, wait a minute. All right. Like, oh wow, I got to send this in. Like, I don't want to lose my license.
You almost do it?
No, I don't. But I definitely know.
The
of
older people do.
my mom. Yeah, she got duped once.
Like Ray one time got duped. It said that you owe the ticket and you got to send the money right now. That's the one I've been getting most frequently.
Thankfully, I didn't click the link.
Cue to dupes.
My easy, it's like your easy pass, and it's like, hang on a second. This isn't right.
I thought I think the one that's been nearly the most effective is there's now the Instagram women that are sending a DM at like 1 a.m. And it's like a fake account.
Oh,
It's
I don't
like,
get
hey, I met
these.
you at the bar earlier.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've gotten multiple
Is that right?
of those. Yeah, and it's like you've had enough. It's like that time of the night. You're like looking, and then you're like, wait. I didn't meet so-and-so at the bar tonight.
Oh, this is all new. Really?
Yeah. It's happened to me a few times where I've gotten a DM. I've been like, wow, I must have been charming tonight. I was like, no, I wasn't. The hell is your problem?
And they have this, and they have a fake account. But you can tell right away it's a
then
fake
you click,
account.
you click on the account. You're like, yeah, this was
All
always
right.
too good to be true. But
Yeah,
for a half a second there, you're like, wow, look at me.
Oh, yeah.
Someone found me on Instagram from earlier tonight. No, they didn't.
I don't know if you guys have experience, but there's a Powerball winner that creates accounts 100 a day to try to get me to follow them.
Get out.
You don't have that?
No.
Why have I been singled out in this type of algorithm? I keep blocking each account. It's this person, they won $900 million Powerball and they want to give it out.
Oh, you should take some of it.
Right. Well, I don't want the money. I
What?
couldn't possibly take it.
How about you try and get the money, and if you don't want the money, you give it to me.
Very interesting. Okay, deal.
Yeah.
If I get money from the Powerball winner, I will give some to you.
Thank you.
Deal. All right, let's get to the YouTube chat recap, shall we? What do we got?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Yep.
Grow up, John. Every single Philly event isn't an Eagles game. The chant is nonsense and an embarrassment. Mark from the chat.
But why is it embarrassing? That's what I don't understand. Why is it embarrassing?
Yeah, Mark, you're off on that.
I don't know.
It's not embarrassing.
It's embarrassing to you, I guess. Not embarrassing to me. Do you not realize what we are? Like, seriously, like, come on. It's not everybody. You may not enjoy the Eagle chant. You may be like, you and Dumis are like, you guys are like cringing, like, oh my God, not another Eagles chant. Okay, that's you. It doesn't faze me. Makes me smile. All right? If the Eagles weren't good, you think we'd be hearing as many cheers, Ray?
No, not at all.
Probably not. All right, what's next?
For the record, Johnny Marks prefers a good, firm pickle. JM from the chat.
That's why you got to get the smaller ones, because then they're not. Because if you get the big dill pickle that you get at a deli and it's loose when you touch it, it feels like it's loose. That is not going to be a good pickle. You need a firmer pickle.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to scoop up some of these Grillo pickles in honor of
Ricky
Batalka.
So, to be clear, I just want to get your official stance. You prefer a small, firm pickle.
Correct.
Okay.
I do.
Just want to clear that up.
Nice and tight. All right, what's next?
Wheeler is the best since Carlton. He is a hair better than Halliday. Halliday was better in Toronto. Greg from the chat.
The first 2 years of Halliday are tough to beat, but then he doesn't have year 3 and 4. 4 years with the Phillies, he was really bad year 4, and he was not good year 3. Those 2 years, I don't think anybody outside of Carlton's not beating that. But how many years is Wheeler now? Wheeler's been here a long time. Right?
Yeah.
At least 7 years, no?
Wow, is it that many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is his 7th season.
Wow.
And you look at those numbers over 7 years, if you're looking at the totality of the position, it's got to be Wheeler. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer because he doesn't have enough wins.
He's played more with the Phillies than he did with the Mets. That is crazy when you really think of it. Yeah, it makes sense. I would have said 6. That's interesting.
His ERA has been over 3 one time with the Phillies, and that's a 3.61. You think about that in the modern game, a starting pitcher that throws as many innings as he's thrown.
Man.
Last 3 years in baseball, I believe Wheeler is 4 and Sanchez is 5 in terms of ERA.
Did he turn out to be the best out of that Philly or the Mets nut that they had with what?
Well, what's his name?
DeGrom.
DeGrom, but who's the other one that I'm thinking about?
Syndergaard.
No, Syndergaard. Harvey.
Harvey's who I'm thinking
wow.
about. Harvey C. Flynn. He had a lot of problems going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely.
Wheeler. Yeah, you would say it would be between him and DeGrom is still pitching well, correct?
Yeah, DeGrom.
Just
but DeGrom
pitching.
Yeah, DeGrom's biggest issue has been health, but he's been pitching well recently. Yeah,
3.02 ERA.
Because if you think about it, Syndergaard was good, but then not so good. Harvey, no, it's not even close. And you would have thought he would have been the one that didn't succeed because he couldn't stay healthy. You think about that. I didn't think the Mets were stupid to get rid of him. He couldn't pitch. Man, what a great signing for the Phillies. All right, what's next?
An Eagles chant at Scotty Scheffler is amusing because he's a Cowboys fan. In general, an Eagles chant at a golf course is a clown move. MBD from the chat.
There's plenty of clown moves at the golf course, though, is my point. I tend to agree with you, MBD, but, look, I could sign off on everything you just said, sure.
All right, any more?
With the exception of 2008, Wheeler has been way better in the playoffs than Hamels. Championship rings over anything, though. MC from the chat.
Yeah, well, you know what? If Zach Wheeler was on the 2008 Phillies, maybe he'd have a ring.
Oh, yeah.
Because, think about, he's the one thing you can count on. They used him out of relief a couple times, didn't they, Wheeler? He has been, between Schwarber and Wheeler, as far as free agent signings, and we didn't really get into it, what would even come close to being better? Harper's been a great signing, but that wasn't an under-the-radar signing.
No.
Zach Wheeler got a lot of money.
If anything but.
But that wasn't a surefire great signing. I don't even think I liked it when they did it because he was never healthy.
You could do do you pay a running back? They paid Saquon. They won a Super Bowl.
It's pretty good.
It's good free agent signing.
Yep.
Might be more surefire
Great
than
free
those
agent
two.
signing. Yeah.
I know there's somebody that's looking back at like the 70s and 80s and thinking about, well, you brought Pete Rose in. That's what got you over the top.
Yeah. You won a title. He came in and
yeah.
It's hard to look back that far, but as far as modern free agency, Schwarber might be better than last year. For everybody that's like, oh, he's going to fall off this year.
Yep.
It's on pace to be better than last year.
Just took the words right out of my mouth, Ray. Yep. You have to type up a lot of ringets.
You do.
With Kyle Schwarber.
He's hitting them quite quicker than I could put him in my drafts. Like, it's been tough.
This dude he will be flirting around the 500 chase. Long way to go. But I just feel like, man, Kyle Schwarber is going to continue to hit baseballs a long way.
I don't even think it's much of a discussion right now.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, as a Philly, too. Right?
The one thing you go back to is the Cubs ring, but he's going to have been here. You're going to remember him as a Philly. It's just a question of what he wants to be remembered as.
6 years as a Cub. He got traded in year 7. He's been with the Phillies for 5. Dude, he signed up for another.
Did you know he was the 4th overall pick?
Yeah.
I did not.
He came up as a catcher.
I did not know that.
360 home runs.
2014 first round 4th overall pick by the Chicago Cubs. Had no idea that he was the 4th overall.
So let's just say he gets 50 this year. Not even that he gets more than last year. Let's say he gets 50 this year, which is 30. It's not far-fetched. That would give him 390 home runs. So he needs to get 110 home runs to get 500.
There's still 4 years left on that contract.
You're looking at conservatively, that's 3 years he gets it done. If he hits 40 for a year or two, then it's even less. Yep, he's going in. What do we think about this series, by the way? Any thoughts? Because doesn't this feel like the classic?
Yep.
Phillies are back. They're dominating everybody. Look what they did to Skeens. Oh, my God. They swept the Pirates, and then they come. Because I don't really know what Cincinnati's doing, other than it's been an improved year for them.
They started off a hell of a lot better, and then they've kind of went the other way that the Phillies went. So
they lost 2 or 3 at Cleveland.
Same record.
And they lost 2 or 3 home against the Nats. So not a good stretch for him.
Phils should get 2 of 3. I'm with it, but we'll see what Ray's boy Nola does.
They lose tonight because I'm there.
Ooh.
Oh, you're good. That's right.
Painter tonight. I'll get blamed for Painter.
Stay hydrated, man. Stay hydrated.
We'll do.
Hopefully Painter could keep the ball in the yard because last time he was pitching at Citizens Bank Park, that first inning was a doozy against the A's.
Painter, Luzardo, Nola. And remember, the rain's supposed to come in. I haven't seen an actual weather forecast. I just rely on the stupid iPhone weather.
Not tonight, though, right?
No.
Okay.
It's gonna, but because it's going to be hot.
Yeah, it's
going to be 94, 96, 94 on Wednesday. I believe the rain then comes in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wednesday, an afternoon game? Someone correct me on
Yes,
that?
it's a 1 o'clock game. Yep. 94. I wouldn't want to go to that game. You're going to be roasting out there tonight, Ray.
Yeah, Ray.
I wore my sunscreen yesterday.
Were you there yesterday?
At the Italian Market Festival.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Did you climb the pole?
Hey, Ray.
I did not.
Okay.
No, I did not get selected for that.
All right. Well, coming up next, Ricky Patalka making his return. I think he was at Aronimink all last week.
Oh, what's that voice
Wasn't
sound
he?
like?
Oh, Ricky Bo. Find out coming up next. Everybody have a great one. Ricky and Bill are coming up next. See you.
Again, the Phillies back in action tonight against the Reds. Out at Aronimink over the weekend, the PGA Championship wrapped up on Sunday with